Hello, and welcome to everyone as I click on the right thing at the right time. It's me, Lindy, Laugh Love Lindy, and we are here, and we are very excited to be playing Call of Cthulhu Below the Land of Fire tonight with the absolute entire cast, which is very exciting because we have not had that yet so far with all 5 of these wonderful people at the same time. So I'm very excited. We're going to go around, we're going to say who we are, who we're playing, and, get right on into it. I'll do a little recap. But we're going to start with, what I didn't do was put people in the right places. That is...
Yeah, I'm Teddy tonight.
A thing. Parker Lee, how are you tonight?
Oh.
Yutsai, how are you?
Are we still running the gag?
We're good. Everyone's back in there. I put everyone in their boxes. You don't
Hi,
worry about it now.
I'm Yutsai. I'm playing Parker Lee, a pawn shop owner who's very convinced that everything is normal and everything can be explained with things that make sense. Everything's fine. But yeah, I'm excited for the game today, and everyone's back.
Everyone's back. I'm excited too. And I knew I was forgetting something. I couldn't think of what it was, and it was that. But we're good. So, now we also have Bobby Maydeen, played by Nagatosaurus. Nagatosaurus, how are you?
I am very excited. I'm glad to be here. I freaking love this game. I'm Nugget, and I'm playing Bobby Maydeen, the investigative photojournalist who did absolutely nothing wrong last episode at all. I've never done anything wrong in my entire life.
Not your entire life.
Mm-mm.
Someone who's never done anything wrong in their entire life is Snow. Gloria, how are you today?
Hey. Also, I did nothing wrong last episode. I would like to, say that for definitely not legal reasons. As for me, doing great. I'm playing Irina. She is a sound tech ex-musician who might be starting a new cult for Doris at this particular point in time. I'm feeling particularly grateful as she saved a bit of my sanity. So,
just remember that.
looking forward to knowing about the Dark Void / Doris / the thing in Bobby May's dream.
We might never know. But someone who's had great dreams for the past 2 sessions would be Prince's character Dimples and Dice. Teddy, how are you this evening?
I'm doing wonderful. Hello, everyone. I am Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. I am playing Theodore Teddy Gilbert, who, has been having a very long nap, but is still afraid to look through any glass panes, just because reasons, and doesn't understand why people insist on using the transmitters that he tried to break while he was sleeping.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. You were asleep. You had no negative effects from that, specifically.
I don't believe you.
Well, from that thing specifically. No guarantees for anything else, but someone who wasn't there, and probably also didn't have any negative effects because, you were unpacking in your room. It was fine. Hannah, Dr. Bronwyn Hughes, how are you tonight?
I am doing fantastic. I'm so happy to be here, and I am so happy to definitely not have to deal with the repercussions of things that other people absolutely did not do, because everyone is innocent at this table, of course.
Of course. Everyone is so innocent. We're going to do a little recap before we get into this week. So last week, it was a pretty chill session. Our investigators, they walked around the hotel a little bit and said, you know what? We've got that, those radio transmitters things. Irina got a radio to put in her room to monitor the signal and record it in case any pings came in or anything odd came in. And so they're like, well, we should probably test it to make sure, though. And so Bobby May and Parker went down to Heather's room after sending Heather down to lunch, making sure she got some food. As she was experiencing some not super pleasant symptoms of something. Just kind of a little nauseous, a little dizzy, a little lightheaded. But went down to get some food. Maybe food will make it better. And they decided to look at the artifacts that Heather had also showed them, because they were still in Heather's room from when they showed the good doctor, who went to her room to unpack some things, since he might be here a little while. And to try to observe what happens when the signal goes off, Bobby May turned on the signal, and wow, was it so amazing to Bobby May. They did put earplugs in first, which increased the duration of time with which they could listen to the signal without adverse effects. And I noticed that the artifacts, the little statuettes, which I'm totally not making, they vibrated a lot in the box. The magnetic little statuettes and the silver and the metallic star began to glow a bit. However, Parker couldn't look into that because Bobby May took out the door. She just left the room, went down the hall, down the stairs. And Irina was wondering why the sound got louder for a moment, like as if it was in the hallway for a minute, and then there was a confrontation in the lobby with Bobby May having the signal, which Parker did ask her politely to please try to turn off or turn down or just turn off. But Bobby May didn't want to. She was rather enthralled by the signal and felt compelled to go toward south, which was towards the ocean. So she was going there. However, Parker had the bright idea of being like, wait, thief, stop her. And so the hotel staff got involved, but everyone in the hotel lobby and dining area had to make sanity checks, because that signal was going loud and clear and strong. They did manage to wrest the device away from Bobby May. Irina had ran down the scene, saw that Parker, assumed that Parker had the situation under control and went to check out Doris during this weird signal fiasco and found an interesting counter effect that was going on between Doris and the signal, and Jack seemingly snapping in and out of it. And to make up for this unpleasant noise that literally disturbed everyone in the vicinity, Parker bought a round of drinks for everyone who was having lunch down there. And I think they took the device away from Bobby May. Yeah, I think Parker's holding onto it now. And they decided maybe have a discussion over lunch. But they also had a lovely conversation with the volcanologist, climatologist, Dr. Renee, who remembered that she had she'd pulled up the data that they had asked for of the earthquakes in particular, because she had a little seismograph, and she remembered that the earthquakes are often within a few days of a full moon or a new moon cycle, which is an interesting correlation, because what she knows of is that isn't typical fault line behavior. So either it's a brand new discovery in the field of volcanology, or this is abnormal. One of the two. Am I missing anything? I think that's pretty much. There's a lot of talking, a lot of theorizing between our investigators, and they did try to wake up Teddy, I believe, but she was very groggy and said he'd just be down in a minute.
And we did talk to Mateo as well.
That's right, you did interview Mateo about the boat, because Heather, I remember, this is why we started the campaign, Heather was able to pull up a still screenshot of the film footage, which most of it seemed to have been weirdly corrupted from that day on the boat. But she did have that picture which she showed you guys, which I'll just show to the rest of the other two members who weren't there. See it initially. She had a screen cap of it and said it was a little odd. They talked to Mateo. He described what he saw, which was console sliced clean through. They theorized it had to be something very, very fast and strong. Possibly hot, not really sure on that one. Definitely, it's probably what also caused the boat to sink, that line along the hull. And, they talked to Mateo. He was a little uncomfortable until he realized Bobby May wasn't trying to hit on him, and then he relaxed much, much more and was chill, answered any and all questions, and said they could ask him more at any time. He'd said that a lot of Chilean boats had been going missing for the past year or so. More so, it would seem, than the Argentinian side. But those reports would be on the other side of the border at the nearest city, which is a good ways away. So you had not had access to those, but he says that quite a few have been missing. Including his now, which made him very sad. He's keeping it together. So we're gonna pick up with someone who might be keeping it together. And that someone would be someone who slept in, which is quite abnormal for them. They're normally an early riser, but the past 2 mornings has slept in, especially today. That's weird. So, Teddy.
Yes.
You having a dream, you know, a normal dream. And, well, I say normal dream. What is Teddy's normal dreams? Does he dream often? Is he a dreamer? Or is he one of those people who rarely gets a dream?
Teddy often dreams of what his career would have been like if he'd won more fights. That's constantly in his head. Like those fights where he'd just been in these brawls and he got knocked on his ass and got back up, and then he just won more of them. And then he dreams of what it would have been like if he became world champion.
So, you're having this dream. One of your normal dreams of what it would be like if you won more fights. And it starts out great. You're winning more fights, you're kicking butt, you're taking names. But there's a turn at some point. It's hard to pinpoint when. But you've celebrated. You've won like the biggest boxing fight of your career, and you decide to take a bit of a vacation. You go down to the coast. Beautiful beach, lovely weather, beautiful day. But something's wrong. Oh, it's the sky. The sky is red? It's not sunset. You look at your watch, it's about midday. The sky is red, and then you look around on the beach, and there's no more buildings. That beach house you were staying at isn't there. It's just sand, as far as you can see. Oh, and the sand is black now. It was like that normal Spanish brown. What do you do? Walking along this weird beach.
I'm sure Teddy has a moment of just like walking, just kind of like in his own world, and then realizing that everything's just strange, and then turns around and looks behind him like, is it all like this? How did I end up here? Because he's had these moments since he's had brain damage where some how did I end up here situations, and this is that, but weirder.
Yeah, it's a lot like that. Every time you turn around though, or look in a different direction, something's a little bit different or off or wrong. The water is dark, very dark. The sky is red, the sand is black, and you keep walking, and no matter which direction you go, it's endless. There doesn't seem to be a way out. You walk inland, and you just cross over a dune, and you're at the coast again. It's like you're stuck here.
Cool. Teddy vomits.
You vomit, and it is, there's just a lot of seawater in that vomit. Yep. A lot of seawater. There's some seaweed, you can see that. You don't remember going swimming. How did all that seawater get in there? Weird.
Yeah, Teddy's freaking out now. And see, Teddy that y'all see is the big, strong Teddy, punch things, defend, yada yada yada. But you see Teddy by himself. No, Teddy by himself is a scared man of many things that you have not all discovered, but birds being one of them.
Yeah. Oh, what? You hear something?
Oh, God damn it!
Yeah. You puke. There's like some seaweed, some bits of fish, and you hear seagulls. A flock of seagulls, and I don't mean the '80s band or the hairstyle.
Yeah, this is the moment where Teddy just balls up into a fetal position and starts going, no. This is only a dream. This is not real.
And
this
these
is not real.
seagulls are huge. They're like the size of albatrosses, or
no.
great. Like their feet are like this big. These seagulls have like
They're dinosaurs. They're not
basically,
seagulls.
but they look like seagulls, and they make the sound of seagulls, and they are descending upon you in the area, and they don't attack you, but they harass you in that really annoying seagull kind of. Anyone who's been to the beach, you know what I'm talking about. They just like harass you to try to get some food or whatever it is that they want, or just
Teddy's
to harass you.
Trying to wave him away, tears rolling down his eyes. Stop! Get away from me! Get away!
Yeah, and they do go away for a little bit, but then they come back, and there's something else flying with them this time. Can you make me a spot hidden check in your... Oh, it's a dark shape. Bigger than the seagulls, even though these are really big seagulls. It's got a big wingspan, a large body, and that's all you can make out before you wake up. It feels like it's been forever, and you look at the clock and it's lunchtime. You've been having this nightmare while you're drenched in a cold sweat, and I actually, you're gonna lose 1 sanity.
Whee! I'll take it.
But you look at your clock and it's lunchtime, and your entire, like, it's like when your pillow is drenched. It's wet because that's how much you've been sweating in your sleep. Like after you've broken a fever or something, but it's just was a really bad nightmare. And you can't, it's hard to remember it now that you've come out of it. But you taste seawater in your mouth.
Oh no, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Teddy just wakes up and going, what the hell? They let me sleep this late? What was that dream? Damn, I'm hungry.
Really hungry.
Yeah, and then Teddy goes looking for the crew, but is really disturbed by the taste of seawater in his mouth. That's strange. That's real strange.
You got a seawater taste in your mouth, yeah.
Don't like that.
That's weird. So you come out of your room at the same time as Hannah. You have finished unpacking your suitcase. Well, what needed to be unpacked, like some clothes in the little wardrobe that they have for you. You know you're supposed to meet your compatriots down for lunch because you were going to tell them about that pterodactyl incident. Mm-hmm. Well, the pterodactyl incident. Yeah. And you see this really... Teddy, why don't you describe yourself for Hannah, please?
Yeah, Teddy is a tall and broad black man. He has something of a crunched up looking nose. Definitely has had a few breaks to him. He's muscular, but he's not the most attractive thing in the world because of the damage that he's taken over his lifetime. He's clean shaven. Doesn't dress in a way that is not entirely not flashy. He does wear every now and then a bit of flashy clothes, except when they're on a mission. Given that they're not on a mission right now, he's probably in a Hawaiian shirt, a shirt like mine under it, and a pair of like khaki shorts. But you probably, if you're looking, notice that there's a knife in his back. just in case. Might not need it, but what if you do? Sort of situation as he heads down to lunch. And he sees you and does not pay you any mind at all.
Yeah. Could you describe Dr. Bronwyn for Teddy since he didn't get to meet?
Sure. Dr. Bronwyn is basically the opposite of Teddy in every way. She's very, very petite, blonde woman, like Dana Scully-sized blonde woman. Very small. Long.
I'm old enough to get that reference.
Big long teeth, hair, makeup, everything that she wears. She wears, pink shirt and blue jeans. She looks and big boots that are out of place, but she has not yet changed out of the big boots. So She looks very weirdly fashionable for an area that is probably not supposed to be, a fashionable area. We're on an expedition, but you can't save the world if you don't look cute. So that's sort of her whole thing. So she looks very bubbly and very small. So it's no surprise that you probably walked right past her because she's like way below your line of sight. It's totally understandable.
Yeah, Teddy's like 6'7". He is not a small dude.
She's like 5'2" in boots. So, yeah.
And he is a heavyweight boxer, so he's pushing 280 pounds. He is a large guy.
It's one of those things, though, where you both leave your rooms, you paid each other no mind, but you're headed, like, the same direction.
Same direction. Uh-huh.
Yeah, to the breakfast nook, and then to the same table where the other three are sitting at.
Yeah, and then there's a moment of, oh, yeah.
You must be Teddy.
You're the doctor, right? Dr.
Yes.
Hughes.
I didn't get to meet you earlier. I heard you weren't feeling well. You were sleeping in, I suppose. Everyone said they had a little bit of a rough night the night before, so I guess that's you too.
You do have that bit of a headache still, Teddy.
I had weird dreams, but I can't remember them. And like when I woke up this morning, it tastes like seawater is in my mouth.
Seawater?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you go for a swim in the ocean recently? No?
No.
Is it possible you got up in the middle of the night, got something to drink and don't remember it? Could be that they had, I don't know, maybe seawater got into the taps somehow.
No, that doesn't seem like me. I don't like drinking water in foreign places because, you end up losing weight and we weight cut sometimes in boxing, but I'm a heavyweight. I don't really have to do all that. So who wants to be shitting on the toilet for hours?
Does not sound healthy, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know. You're a doctor, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not good for you, but I take it you're not actively boxing anymore. Taking better care of yourself now, yeah?
I got a forcible retirement. A little
sad to hear it, but
brain damage up here.
Oh.
This is long before the time where we start talking about CTE.
Yeah, but you see your other three investigators kind of like having that conspiratorial type of talk at a dining table down here. Seems that they've been slowly picking through lunch while waiting for you two.
What do they do?
What does the dining room look like? Are there other people here? It's lunch hour.
There are, yes. It is about lunchtime. There are other people here. You see random members of the film crew eating. Mm-hmm. You see Heather having lunch with Danny. They're at a table. They're both kind of picking at their food. It's interesting. Everyone, you usually see some people eating with a lot of enthusiasm at the lunch hour. Everyone's kind of reluctantly eating. Like, they're not really hungry, but it's lunchtime, so they should eat something,
So Teddy's the only one that's eating with gusto. He's just like,
Yeah, I mean, your table is fine with your friends, but all the other tables all seem a bit less hungry, and a lot of caffeine. You notice there's a lot of coffee and tea consumption. A lot of yerba mate and coffee bean back here.
How far away are we seated from one another?
Oh, you're at the same little round table. You can.
So I can see that he's sweating bullets.
Well, he probably did. You get cleaned up a bit, Teddy, before you headed down? Did you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Teddy has to present himself in a certain way because he's supposed to be looking out for them.
Mm-hmm. I feel you there.
Yeah. But yeah, Hannah, I'm sorry, Dr. Bronwyn and Teddy join at your table, Bobby May Parker and Irina. You haven't seen Teddy all morning. He's finally awake.
Well, hi. Morning,
Hey.
Sleepyhead.
Haven't seen you all morning.
Afternoon, I guess. My
Right.
bad. What?
We tried waking you, but I mean, you sounded groggy for a minute there, and then I guess you must have went back to bed.
Ted, you'll be out later. Did you sleep all right? Another headache?
Yes, it's there, but I think I'll be all right.
Honestly,
But it was
wouldn't be
just
surprised if you
weird.
snuck in a lady friend.
Not this
Any
time.
Russians down here? Aside from Irina, of course.
No. He says awkwardly. So, yeah, what did I miss? Trying to change the subject.
You didn't miss a dang thing. Not a single thing happened while you were sleeping.
Bobby May was going to walk out into the sea.
I did not have control of myself, Parker.
You were going to do it. I had to stop you.
I did not know.
What?
I pull out the little bauble. Daddy, you know what this is, right?
Yeah.
Transmitter.
Yeah. If you activate
Why
it,
do you have that still?
because
Like,
Bobby
why are
May
you-
lost her fidgeting privileges.
Well, listen, y'all were the ones who wanted to turn it on. I did not want to turn it
said
on.
no
I did
such
it.
thing.
Y'all said to.
We did learn quite a lot from it.
I
it on again?
destroyed all of them except
that's
that
not-
one
Right, yeah,
for
I
a
hold on to that one.
reason. I said, be careful with this because that thing caused us all kinds of problems as soon as we turned it on. And then you turned it on again?
It was.
It was
It's
my
not my
idea.
fault.
It was my idea. I'm sorry.
Well, let's lay it out plain. We held an experiment. We were trying to be careful. Something took a hold of Bobby May. She nearly broke my arm.
I said I was
She
sorry about that.
tried to walk out towards the ocean or the body of water here.
South.
Yeah. And I had to think fast because I tried to get people to help stop her. So she was walking through public with the thing
Yeah, I
on.
might have brought the transmitter down here to the lobby. Apparently, I don't remember
You did.
doing that.
I remember. I had to pay everyone to get a free round to calm people down.
Well,
Wintercroft's covering it.
Wintercroft did.
Your additional
Yeah.
experiment involved additional people, the general public, people who did not agree to the experiment.
Was not planned. Was not
Not
planned.
intentionally. Again, like I said, I don't remember a lot of what happened, but apparently, I came down here. I tried to leave the building. Apparently,
Yes, though it should be noted, you also went catatonic. You just kind of stopped, and I was able to get the thing away from you and shut it off.
oh yeah, you did say that happened, right? I did
We
go
have a new
catatonic.
theory about that from what we saw.
What's your theory?
She just looks above it. Did you take a picture of that image with the gash?
Yeah, Bobby would have taken screenshots, or it's not screenshots, pictures of the screen cap.
You
There we go.
you did take pictures because you wanted to look at it later.
In a
your
certain
dark
area.
room.
Yup, it'll be fine.
I have a theory.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play with the fucking creepy shit.
What part of experiment are you not? We were not playing. We were trying to find answers, which is what we were sent here to do, Teddy.
It gave us
Listen,
a lot more.
the
questions.
answers that we needed to find was, did the submarine sink and are those people dead? Probably. We could go with yes at this point because it's been that long.
Yes, and also we should really plan our trips out to the ocean in times between the monthly seismic events.
Right. Yeah,
Yes.
we did learn.
Monthly seismic events.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a lot we found out while you were sleeping, apparently.
We had a lot of
Let's
conversations.
yes. Let's start with what we've learned about the weird lightsaber praying mantis creature thing pictures.
That's a lot of words. Excuse me. What? Lightsaber?
It's
Praying
not a thing.
mantis?
It's not a
Praying
thing.
mantis.
Right,
Why
no,
are you
okay,
starting
all
with
right.
the most
So
ridiculous
so
thing?
here's what happened. Here's what happened.
Describe-
We
You
went
know,
up.
lightsabers are not real, right? That's like
Right,
the Star
right, we-
Wars
yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
Star
science
Wars.
fiction. Yeah,
It was just an analogy, like it's this kind of looks like this kind of thing. So
The
what
phenomenon.
happened? Right, we went up to Heather's room and she had she'd done some video editing for when they went to the volcano, I believe. And they she was able, there was this weird distortion to the film footage, and a lot of it was unusable, but she did find a single screen cap, which we can take you up there later and show you guys the screen cap. I did also take pictures of it as well. But essentially through the distortion you could see that there was blood splatters everywhere, and then there was this big old gash like right down the center console through the communication system and the central power to in the helm of the boat, in the cockpit kind of thing. With both our recollection and speaking with Mateo a little bit later, there is no tool that we are aware of or anyone else is aware of that could have made a cut that clean and that precise in the mere seconds or mere 30 minutes it took Mateo and the rest of them to get to the stinky fish while it was sinking. So, and like some of the things that Parker was seeing was that it was clean. There weren't any like scorch marks or anything like that. And that's kind of where we came up with the lightsaber theory, because it's real clean and all the stuff that it does, and it just kind of cuts.
It was intentional.
It cauterizes. It was intentional. Yeah. So
I don't know how praying mantis got in there, but
I don't remember how praying mantis got in there either. But
it's the arms. I mean, there wasn't enough room for arm and sword.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard to explain.
Yes.
We should not forget. Don't we have something we wanted to show Dr. Bronwyn?
Oh, the pills. Yes.
Pills.
Right. Who has the pills? I just look. I start rifling through
Everyone
my
does a little pat check.
Probably Parker, because he's the one who initiated the search through.
Oh yeah, I love my medications. Here you go.
Yeah, because I found the Russian stuff. So yeah, no.
Yeah, and Teddy, while I like to rile Bobby May and Irina up, there is a reason we were experimenting. This is definitely tied with the missing submarine and the missing boats in some way, and if we don't know what it is, then it's not a lead we can use. So there is precedent that we try to figure out what was going on. We could have been a little safer, but shit happens.
Yeah, but the shit happened to not just you. I see all these depressed ass people in here just sipping on coffee like their lives depend on it.
They were like that this morning before we, signalized them. So that was not our fault. They've been like this.
Speaking of depressed, Dr. Hughes, you might want to look at Heather.
Sure, yeah, that poor girl.
Second to-do list.
Dr. Bronwyn, if you want to look at this pills,
the pills first. Yeah,
it's an older prescription. Seems like the info has been scratched off. Looks like intentionally, almost. But you can give me a pharmacy check. Pharmaceuticals, science. You've got one of them. One of them skills.
I'm looking for pharmaceuticals. I see pharmacy.
Yeah, pharmacy. You can give me a pharmacy check, and I'll give you plus 20% because this is... There was just a big study done on these pills, so you probably would have heard of it.
Ooh.
Plus 20%, you would have needed a 52.
Yep.
You can spend luck. You could try to push the roll.
That's a lot of luck.
Yeah, that's a lot of luck. I'm not spending that.
You could hold on to these and look at them again later to try to maybe figure it out. There's been a
just
lot of info dumped on you right now.
Mm-hmm. I'll pocket the pills for right now. This is Future Bronwyn's problem.
Future Bronwyn's problem. All right.
I guess the doc should hold on to the medicine.
Sure. Any other mystery medicines that you have, go ahead and give them to me, and I'll stash them for later.
I do have a rash on my back. I've been worried about.
Okay, I'll take a look at that if you want me to. Are you being serious? Here, turn around.
I'm just poking fun. I'm poking fun. But
let me see. It might be something serious.
Hey, get your hands off me.
Let's not do this while we're eating, please. Hold it till after.
No, you're right. You're right.
Some of us have sensible stomachs.
The only sensible in my stomach is filling it right now.
Yeah, the food's really good. Any seafood kind of turns you off a little bit, though, Eddie. Weird.
Yeah. Weird.
Oh yeah, this is what I picked up from Doris. She holds up her tape recorder.
Do you
Play
play
it.
it?
Yeah.
From Doris?
The penguin?
The stuffed.
Just listen.
Taxidermied
It cancels out.
100-year-old penguin.
Who you
Yeah,
don't
it can't-
see, by the way, right now. She's not down here with Jack. They're elsewhere.
I don't want to know what they're doing together.
You played the recording, and it is the same sound as the signal, but it doesn't have the same effects as hearing it from the transmitter, because that's the difference between
because
radio signals
there's
and
a
an audio
moment-
recording.
Oh,
Right,
Teddy
right.
being ready to be like, ah!
I thought they were like inverse of each other.
Yes.
But once he
yes.
realizes it's not bothering him, he just stops
You don't
himself.
get that weird gut feeling. You just it's a little unpleasant. It's not a great sound, but it doesn't give you that feeling that you had earlier. And that's the difference between radio waves and audio recordings, folks.
Out of curiosity,
Yes.
does the door sound? Does it have any effect on like Teddy's taste of the ocean in his mouth?
No, it's recording.
Okay. So we'd have to bring him near Doris, is what I'm hearing.
Maybe. I don't know. I do
Or
know,
maybe
but
near
y'all
the
don't know.
original
I'm not
must
saying that
offer
out
him
loud, but
radio signal.
Yeah, but you hear the signal being like if you have two signals and they're very similar, or certain frequencies will cancel each other out, and so you're missing certain sounds.
Mhm.
You hear that on the tape. You hear it being canceled out a bit. Not completely, but a bit.
yeah, I was when
It's not the same as a CD. We haven't advanced our technology enough yet.
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah, and she just so close, and it's like it's a little unpleasant, but I mean, so is everything else we've listened to. This wouldn't have been heard by a human ear. I only managed to pick this up because of my tuning fork. It's a little
So-
strange.
A lot for a morning.
Yeah.
Was that it, everything? Bobby May, Irina? Does that cover about all our misadventures? Oh, we learned about this thing called global warming. I have like
Yeah, I mean,
And Dr.
text
Biff.
about it
far-fetched.
from the doctor.
Oh, yeah, to kind of cycle back, kind of along the lines of global warming. So apparently, the earthquakes that have been happening coincide within a couple days of the full moon and the new moon. And every
You know-
time it happens, a shit ton of dead fish pop up as well.
Along with the seismic activity, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. When you mentioned that it was monthly, my first immediate instinct was to think it had something to do with the moon and the tides, because that's the only thing I can think of that would have that big of an effect on the ocean in that sort of very predictable way. The dead fish, though.
It's weird.
And my
Seems
thought
like
is
killed
it's
by heat.
flash boiled.
Cooked,
Right.
yeah.
They were cooked, were they?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why the lightsaber thing came up. It's
But we're
There's-
by a volcano, like a vent. You could like crack at the bottom and fry some fish, right? That
That's-
could happen.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. If there's a seismic event that causes the rocks to shift, it could release some of that hot air under the water and flash fry the fish. And
See, science. We can explain everything. There's no
Everything
weird
can be
shit
explained.
happening.
and the control panel and the boat sinking, and the fact that if you are drawn to the ocean and paralyzed by the signal, someone can slice into you, cauterize you at the same time, explain the limited blood supply and drainage to the ocean.
I'm sorry, how did all of that get connected? Because the last thing I heard was that there was the signal which was pulling you in the direction of, well, we assume the sea, but you said then that it was the south, which just happens to be in the direction of the sea. So we don't know. We should actually try that somewhere that there's no sea available and see if it still drags you in the direction of the sea or if it just drags you to the south. We should try that. And then you said this
look at
separately, there
Bob,
was
you're
the
like-
boat.
Teddy's eyes have glazed over in the middle of this.
I do not volunteer for that.
But you
That
also
was-
notice something weird about Teddy. Teddy, every thing that Teddy drinks, hot, cold, whatever, are always in styrofoam or like ceramic mugs. Never glass.
Oh,
I guess I probably wouldn't notice that unless you were drinking something weird like wine or alcohol or something.
Everything is
Everything.
Drinking
in.
from like
Yeah. You've seen Teddy grab a beer and just pour it into a ceramic mug.
You okay there, Teddy?
Oh, I'm great. I'm fine. I'm fantastic.
trying to be environmentally conscious, or
He says, what? When you say that, like just total confusion.
you're doing
And
this.
then he looks at his mug and he's like, oh, yeah, sure.
Never have more convincing words been spoken as, oh, yeah, sure. You know what? Keep your secrets.
So, what's the plan? Are we just going to sit around here with our dicks in our hands and just hoping that something weird happens?
We were catching you up. We have a list.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out the list.
Yeah.
Let's see. To-do list. Volcano. Got to do that when the boat gets here. Lake Esmeralda.
So
That
wait.
seems
Didn't
a little
y'all just
promising.
tell me about a video screen capture of a boat that got sliced through so cleanly that y'all thought a fake sword from a movie sliced it apart?
No,
yeah,
we didn't
I'm
think
also
that.
interested in that.
We were speculating.
And there was blood and other stuff like that in
And
that screen
also-
capture.
Also, we can take a plane to the volcano, so we don't have to
Yeah.
worry about any boats going missing.
Oh,
While
I
Yeah,
we're
guess,
on
yeah, we
there.
don't have to wait
Germans.
for the boat. And they didn't have a
Mm.
teddy. So I have high hopes for us.
That's
I
fair.
do too. As long as you
Yes,
listen to the signal
because
and just
having a
don't skip it.
teddy would have meant we would have never been there in the first place.
Continuing the list, just to be thorough. Train, question mark.
Now, what's that about the train?
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I think that's why I would put the question mark there.
What about a train? I don't remember anything about a train.
Are we training? Do I need to get y'all buff? Like,
Did they
Oh,
lose a train?
No,
Like
I remember. No. Hold on. I
natural
remember. So
progression, boats, then trains, then planes.
No, Lake is Esmeralda has train tracks, like railroad tracks by it, and that's where some like diving equipment I think was found by the other group, the group that went into the submarine.
Pottery
I think-
shards and
Yeah,
Hmm.
they found some like excavating equipment there, and essentially Teddy, just to kind of like let you know why we're doing this, is we're trying to retrace their steps and figure out like what the hell went wrong. So we kind of have to go where they went.
Also, we're on a
Yeah.
bit of a time crunch because
okay,
lost submarine
going
people-
where they went means that we have to go into the water in a submarine.
we don't have a submarine
But-
yet, so it should be
That
fine.
might be on the way though, from what Dr. Hughes has been saying.
Yeah.
Or if they were kidnapped by a criminal organization, we could find them that way.
Yeah,
Now
just
that's-
From their submarine.
You never know.
in a
the
giant
resurface?
net. They just grabbed a big old submarine. Just
Yeah, it's
Listen,
controlled
we
by
know-
praying menace. There's a lot of unanswered questions here.
We know that the Russians are at play here. We know that there is a Russian spy on that submarine, so the Russians are at play here. We don't know what kind of technology they have. They could have all kinds of crazy shit.
we keep saying the Russians like we don't have someone Russian at our table.
She's
That
half
would say
Russian. It
half
don't count.
I'm just saying that would make me slightly uncomfortable.
Oh god.
Well, if we want to get anywhere with thoughts of this
I've known some great
technology
Russians
that may
in
or
my
may not
life.
exist,
Great.
then maybe we should take a look at those screen grabs first, the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go back up
yeah.
to Heather's room. Hey, should we bring the other doctor along with us to the volcano? Not
Oh,
that I want to.
Speaking of which, next down on the list, look into Dr. Hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And we took care of the pill bottles. And the last thing is, of course, ocean praying mantis with laser eyes.
Oh, it has eyes, laser eyes now. Is that?
That's evolved. I don't think I wrote
That's
laser
different.
eyes.
No,
Or
this is my
arms.
list. I may have wrote down eyes instead of arms.
Listen,
Welcome
we're
to
just
the crew, Dr.
speculating.
Hughes.
I'm having a fantastic time. I'd love to see this laser mantis. This would be.
Laser mantis. How did I miss that? Cross. Laser mantis.
So I guess we're going to visit Heather.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's go up, see the damage done by the. Now, you.
This is about to be real sad. I'm just
Yes,
telling you,
it's a
Dr.
mantis,
Hughes,
right? Okay.
because this woman is having a very tough time.
Her boyfriend
She was
on the
in
submarine.
love.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
And now
Apparently he's
missing.
killed someone, according to rumors.
Right. Oh, that's right. We did.
So he was the one who killed someone?
Yeah.
Is that what
apparently-
you found out?
Oh yeah,
Apparently, Tanner is the one. He killed someone with like a clapper, like a scene clapper, like on movie sets kind of thing.
Oh, the rumor
because they were rude to Heather, apparently, according to the crew rumors.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit at
What
all.
force would you
Yeah.
have to use on this on a?
I don't know.
pretty
I
heavy.
imagine quite a bit.
They are heavy, but how did he kill someone? Like, dude, just
I
like
suppose you'd have to pin them.
slice the arm and just let them bleed out? Like,
No, I don't think you would be able to cut off something. Actually, I think you'd have to be brute force, just like slamming it into maybe the skull until it collapsed.
Oh,
It
But
would
the
enough,
hinge couldn't
come
withstand
out.
that
I
much force.
just garrowed
course.
someone with it just doesn't seem very.
Are you sure it was the clapper mechanic and not the whole thing? Just like
That's what they said. Is they said the clapper, the
Could've
scene
been the whole-
clapper.
The thing. Yeah.
They could have.
I mean, you could bash someone's head in with that. I'm pretty sure I could do
it
that.
if you use the
I
whole
like
thing, but I don't know about
imagining-
just the clapper mechanic. That's a
I
little bit.
like imagining it was the clapper. I feel like that's a little bit more creative, and for a sad boy like Tanner, I think that might be something that he might do.
I can't imagine that little pipsqueak ever doing something like
The
that.
longer we have this conversation, the more uncomfortable I feel.
To the footage.
How would
Hi, to the
you kill
footage,
someone with
please.
a clapboard?
Let's go down and get one and test it
Yeah.
out.
So do you grab Heather for this? Appears she's done with lunch. She's still sitting with Danny, and they're both sipping tea and kind of like staring off into the middle distance.
Correct me if I'm
Oh,
wrong. We
poor
were
girl.
going to use Heather as an excuse to go talk to Dr. Hurt or something.
Yeah, so we were gonna
Yes.
have Dr. Hughes check out Heather, and then we were gonna have Dr. Hertz check out Heather to see if their
comparison.
analysis matched up.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Right.
So yeah, we can grab her.
You grab her, and she's more than happy. Oh yeah, sure. Like we can go to my room, whatever. Yeah, I'll show you the screenshots. She like grabs her cup of tea. She has swapped to tea on y'all's recommendation, and we'll lead you guys up the stairs to her room. It's got a bunch of film equipment like shoved into the side, like a makeshift kind of desk with a bunch of monitors on it, and like a big computer, and like she's slowly working on digitizing the film and like getting it up there so she can edit it. And she'll actually pull up the screenshot again. I can print this out for you if you guys want, like to have like a reference photo.
Sure,
like,
yes,
that you can
please.
carry
That
with
would be
you.
most helpful.
Sure. I'm just gonna like print it between two other pieces of paper because it gets sent down to like the office, like the printer down below. And I don't want to like freak out the hotel staff, so she just like prints cover page, prints end page. It has that. It's 2 out of 3. And you will see the picture that she has pulled up. The stinky fish. And she's like, yeah, so this is the clearest shot I have from them being on the El Pescado Apestoso, the stinky fish. I'm sorry, what was I saying? Yes, no, this is the only screenshot I have. A lot of the footage was corrupted, unusable.
Did you hear anybody screaming or crying or anything like that on the video?
No, it was weirdly quiet. I mean, there was like the water sounds from the ocean and like the motor sound from the boat and the seaplane. And Tanner and Wash were talking a little bit, and Mateo was like in the background being like, Dios mío, mi compadres, and stuff, because he was very distraught that his crewmates weren't there. Yeah, that was mostly what it was.
Could you play the footage for us?
Yeah, sure. She like goes to rewind, and it's a lot of static, and like the sound is corrupted, but you hear in the background like "Mi compadres," and then like "Oh, Dios mío," and you see like a splash of red across the screen, little more just flash of blue. Like the colors aren't. Like, this footage is corrupted. This is not. You cannot use this. There's no saving this footage. It looks like she's tried a couple times, and then it gets to the footage. You hear Wash being like, "Hello, anybody there?" And Tanner, you sometimes hear his breathing. It sounds very nervous, like he's unsettled or scared about what he's seeing or not seeing. And then you get into the cabin and you hear, "Fuck could do that. Tanner, turn that off." And then it clips. But you do see that clear little shot, and it's like a couple seconds of like panning across to see that gash through the console and a few red splatters before it.
And where was this footage taken?
On Mateo's ship, the Stinky Fish, but in
Sure.
Spanish. It was not far from the volcano, and they went to go do their like shoot at the volcano that day. I wasn't there. If I was there, the audio would have sounded a little bit better, but it's not their fault. And you know, it was they sent out a distress signal while they were like on the volcano, like in the crater lake area, where the professor and the other professor talked a lot about rocks and volcano stuff, and it was very scientific. She was gonna say boring, but she thought she should be polite. And the only reason Mateo was with them is because Professor Marvin didn't want to carry all the equipment up because they had a lot of like film equipment and some scientific equipment, and they were gonna go diving down at the crater lake up there. But he's kind of old, so he didn't want to carry all the equipment, so they hired Mateo from the Stinky Fish to come and like carry their stuff for them because he's a fisher guy and he's like carries fish and stuff and nets, so he's like kind of strong, I guess. But then they saw the distress signal and they hurried down, and then like they took the seaplane over to like go investigate it because there was a clip where Wash says kind of like really professionally, it's kind of weird, he was like, "We always have to respond to this signal because you never know and it could be you." So that's what, when they went and looked at it, and then that's what they saw. Oh, he also like
equipment
bruised his ribs because he went diving underneath to see if maybe the people were like in the water or something. And then also the ship was slowly sinking, and he saw there was a big gash along the hull, but they didn't have the water box or the camera, so they couldn't get any footage of that. And then he got like, I don't know, he swam bad and hit the ship with his body and broke his ribs or something. So he had to see the doctor when he got back.
Do you have any idea what he said when he went to see the doctor about what happened to his ribs?
I think he said they were like cracked or broken or bruised or something. I didn't really.
I mean, like what sort of impact hit him that caused that injury?
Well, he hit the boat.
That's what he said.
That's what he said, because like he rolled really bad on his swim check, and a big wave caught him, and he hit the boat. But no, he like just like, a big wave caught him off guard, and he like slammed against the boat real hard. Because I guess waves are strong, you know, sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, they are.
Yeah.
Last question for you.
And I think the doctor gave him like some pain meds for it or something.
Do you know what kind of pain meds?
Wash seemed pretty happy about them. I don't know what they were specifically though.
So just good pain meds then.
I think he said it started with an O. What were they? Like OxyClean? No.
Oxycontin.
That's probably it.
These things in my pocket, I would be able to immediately identify Oxycontin, and that's not what this is, right?
Okay, they are not what that is.
Okay. Last question
but now that
for
you're
you.
thinking about that, you can give me another
Okay.
pharmaceutical check with another with another plus 20.
Sweet.
Let's see. Whoop. Because it gets you thinking about medications.
Good God.
Wow, you rolled in the 70s again. You know what? It's gonna come to you. You're gonna think about it. It's gonna come. You don't have any like.
I've got other things on my mind right
Yeah.
now. That's other than
You're like,
pharmaceuticals.
yeah, not OxyContin. You definitely know that they're not, and that's not with the pill. You know that it's not, but it's not. It hasn't jogged your memory on what these are. You have seen these pills before.
Okay.
It's just taking you a minute to think.
This footage that you got here on board the Stinky Fish, were you using a digital camera, or were you using a more traditional
I'm sorry.
tape film?
A what?
Digital.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. I don't think we have that kind of technology on this.
I think digital cameras came out in the early 90s.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We're 86. We're not,
okay.
We're not.
Sorry.
We're not.
That's my
we're
bad.
Not there yet. No, it's all
That's
good.
my bad.
She is digitizing the footage to be used on the computer, but it's not. You don't have digital cameras yet. They're big. They're still the big shoulder cameras, and you have to give the big underwater box for your.
Okay, so the
think Jacques Cousteau.
Right. Okay. But this corruption that she has on the camera does not look like, because they are filming near the volcano, and it could like warp the camera footage to be sort of melty, but that's not what this looks like, right?
It's not heat. You're imagining
that's
it's
what I was getting at.
Electrical or magnetic.
Okay.
So Bobby would have. I didn't say it because I forgot, but Bobby would have explained because she did a check for that. It the disruption looks like to be electromagnetic. Like EMP, something
really
like
mild.
that.
Just not enough to fry anything, but enough to fuck with shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magnets. Oh. That's the alternate title of this campaign. Magnets are fun. It is. Yep.
Alright.
Takes another big sip of tea.
Are you doing all right? I was told that you were feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah, I've just not been feeling like amazing. Like I felt like a little meh, and then we went up to Buenos Aires, and I felt a lot better when we were in Buenos Aires. And then I came back down, and I started feeling kind of meh again. And maybe it's like the because we're close to sea level or something. I don't know.
Sure.
California's
Has there
kind of
been
close to sea level,
anything
though.
recently that's caused sort of like a better or worse feeling in?
Not that I've noticed. I guess I could list my symptoms. I've not been sleeping well, and usually I'm like super good at sleeping. Like I love naps. Like they're great. But I've not been sleeping well, and I guess I've just not been as hungry. Although I'm not sure if that's just because I'm missing some of the people who went down on the submarine and haven't come back yet, or if it's just like I've just been really stressed, a lot of anxiety, I guess. Haven't been very hungry, been tired, but not sleeping well.
Not sleeping well. Do you have bad dreams?
I've had some dizzy spells.
Okay.
I've also been a little nauseous on and off. I've also had a hard time concentrating on stuff. Like a lot of I get the portions where the professor's like going on a big gambit about rocks, but like some of the other stuff's really interesting, and I just having to like constantly rewind and like review the things. Like I can't concentrate, I can't remember some stuff. Yeah, just very tired, and a headache. Oh, there's a headache. This headache's been here like the whole time I've been down here. It's kind of started with the headache.
So you too. You've been having headaches too?
Yeah, most of the crew has. I think actually all the crew might be having headaches.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Question.
Answer.
So I wonder, and I was thinking about this looking at my character sheet. I am good with both mechanics and listening for things. Was there any weird boat sounds happening in this video? Not people sounds, but boat sounds that might be off.
Give me a listen check.
All right.
And Dr. Bronwyn, you can give me a medicine check if you to look at Heather. She's more than happy to comply with any, like, if you want to look in her eye, you know, the typical doctor exam. Ooh, okay.
There we go. There we go.
This will be fun. Teddy, you listen. You're listening for any weird. The weirdest you get is that the water gets a little bit louder near the end, but you get there. It's probably because the boat's slowly sinking.
It's about sinking, yeah.
But everything else sounds pretty normal. I mean, it's quiet because it's not.
Engines are working properly. It should have been working properly, or
It should have
anything
been,
like that.
but they're not on because
There wasn't sound of like metals tearing on the boat, just water coming in.
Just water coming in.
Interesting, because as a boat's sinking and more water pressure is happening, the metal starts to stretch and tear, and you usually get sounds from
unless
that.
it's very strategically sunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what Teddy's thinking now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Seems strategic, maybe. Dr. Bronwyn. Heather's describing her symptoms. You look her over. She's a little pallid, a little wan.
Mhm.
There could be a lot of different things that could be affecting her. Because, I mean, these are a lot of just kind of general symptoms. But giving her an examination, you'd like to run some more tests. Like, if you could get some blood work, you would be a lot happier. However, this is kind of... It goes with some of the other people have been saying about stuff in the area. There is a possibility, because you got a hard success, that this could be the symptoms of the beginning of magnetic radiation exposure.
Okay.
You'd have to, and if this was the case, the whole city should be affected, because, or there should be something in this room affecting Heather specifically. But a lot of people are experiencing headaches. This could be a wide-scale radiation exposure of some type, possibly magnetic radiation, which is one of the rarest types of radiation. But it's, I mean, possible. We're talking about a lot of magnet
It's entirely
stuff.
possible. Is there some sort of like lesser component to that where it could be something that the people who live here could have gotten used to over the course of living here, but people
probably
who
not.
have recently come who are exposed to this bit larger magnetic sort of field are getting headaches because of
If
that?
it is radiation, probably not.
Okay.
The locals will probably be more used to the symptoms.
Okay.
But it would probably be affecting everyone. This definitely makes you want to
Ask the locals, yeah.
ask the locals and maybe look at more people. You want to get a wider test sample, but she seems pretty okay otherwise, but she's definitely got a lot of these symptoms.
I will put that in my pocket for now.
Because you got that hard success. Yeah. That's what you get, doctor. She's like, so is it like... Am I like okay? Or
You
do I
should
need
be
to,
okay
like,
for now. Just, drink a lot of water and maybe try to
is
get some
tea
rest.
okay?
It's good as long as you stay hydrated. Just be sure and keep yourself hydrated. Maybe get some rest if you can. I know
I'll
you've
try. But it's hard.
been having trouble sleeping lately. That's understandable, but maybe try some ginger if you're having trouble keeping things down.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Sure. Okay, I can get some ginger. Thanks.
Perhaps we should get a second opinion.
That's always a good idea.
I mean, you've been through a lot, and we want to make sure your health is good. And
Yeah.
honestly, we've invited you to dinner because we were worried about you. You haven't been eating well. You haven't been getting enough sleep. Haven't been sleeping well either. All right.
I appreciate it. It's just been really hard lately, but everything, you guys are gonna figure this stuff out, and it's gonna be fine.
Think about it this way. Talking to a doctor that's known you for longer, let's say, isn't there a Dr. Hertz seen you before, right?
Yeah, Dr. Hurt, we've gone to see Dr. Hurt for a couple of the crew and stuff, yeah.
I place a hand on my hand, establishing an emotional connection.
Uh-huh.
Let's be honest. Because when you know who comes back, you wouldn't want to see you unhealthy, stressed out, and worried to tears.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of yourself. Let's go get a second opinion.
Give me a charm or persuade or a fast talk, some type of talk. It's gonna be an
Charm.
easy. You get a +10 to this. Oh yeah, she is super convinced. Super mega convinced. Like, she was pretty convinced before, but yeah, she's like, of course. Like, should we go like now? To see
Now
Dr.
sounds
Hurt?
great.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, let me just grab my purse, and she like goes like reaches behind the bed, and she grabs a hoodie that's definitely too big for her. Like, pulls it on.
The artifacts are still out here, aren't they?
Yes, they're still in her room. Oh, I should probably put this away. Can I do that before we go see the doctor real quick?
Yeah, actually, here, I can lock them up for you if you want.
Sure, you convinced her. She thinks you're super trustworthy and have her
Another
best
key
interests
for
in
the
heart.
collection. I'm just going to forget to give the key back to her.
Yeah.
But I will go ahead and secure them so no one else can take them.
Yep. Easy enough. It's another room on the first floor. With just a bunch of boxes of film stuff and equipment and those artifacts.
I guess while everyone else is taking her to see Dr. Hurt, can I look around in here? Now that I'm here by myself and there's like no one else like watching me, can I do like a spot hidden, see if there's anything like also tucked away in here other than just the normal equipment?
Sure. Please give me a spot hidden check. Hard success.
On a roll.
On a roll! It's gonna be great. Yeah, you're looking through. And you actually notice something. It seems to have been maybe tucked away a little intentionally. It's a piece of pottery shard. It looks like it fits. Looks like it was broken off that piece that you guys have. On this one, it's like a continuation of that scene where everyone's like got their little hands up, little stick figure hands up towards the triangle. This appears to have gone on the the left-hand side, that outer edge, where the people get smaller and smaller, assumingly because they're getting farther and farther away. And you see, this depicts a couple of small people. One's standing, these aren't standing towards the volcano. One's standing like onwards, and then there's two who are standing like away from the volcano, and you see a big scribble with a couple of people like hands and heads like coming out of it and reaching for the people who are reaching towards the squiggle. Like if a ball of yarn was absorbing people, but it's big black squiggle, like with little people sticking out of it, reaching for the people who aren't in it, and the people are reaching for the people. Squiggle. Seems that piece was intentionally broken off and tucked away.
That better not be a praying mantis. I'm gonna take it and put it in my room for the others to look at later.
Sure. While you're in the hallway, you hear a voice. Hey, rookie.
Hey, boss. How's it going?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just feel like I have to wear sunglasses when I'm not gonna have the cigarette because I'm wearing lipstick, but yeah.
Talking with the director, the guy who is my into a bunch of these places.
Yep. So did you looked through the wash in Uriah's room, right? Did you find anything? Think one of them took it? Oh well, do you think we can frame one of them for having stolen it?
You know what? I think we have a good shot. Have you seen Uriah's room?
I got a glimpse once. He was full nude, and I walked the other direction. He was having a conversation with Tanner. I think he didn't turn off his music at night. I sleep with earplugs. So.
Yeah, let's just say Uriah's room is pretty... I would say there's probably enough alcohol left in there for an arson charge if it gets set on fire by accident. It's a disaster, boss. I mean, let me put it this way. Anyone looking at the room normally would be suspicious. Anyway, I'm just running an errand for Heather real quick. You haven't heard any news, right?
No, it's been quiet. That's why I figured I'd come try to find you.
Well, then I'm doing my job right, taking care of problems.
Give me a fast talk check. Just
In
alcohol.
A very important room.
A lot of people in Hollywood.
I'm like this slick talking motherfucker.
If I push it, I have to get under another certain number?
You have to get a hard success, which would be half of 75, which is like 39-ish.
That's not impossible.
It's
but
not.
It's also just 5 away, too.
5 luck away.
I need this guy's connection just in case. I will spend the luck. I'll go down to 31 luck. Okay.
I'll go. He seemed a little like skeptical, like just alcohol, and he goes, "All right. Well, if you dig up anything else, I mean, arson on a submarine is not the worst but if you come with anything good, let me know."
Well, boss, I mean, if you have that much alcohol in his daily life, are we sure he wasn't drinking on the job?
That's true. What about Wash? Anything in his room?
Honestly, a quick reminder, there wasn't really much in Wash's room, was there?
There was the copy of the photocopied blueprints of the beta version of the sub, the pill bottle that Dr. Bronwyn has, and a lot of dirty clothes.
I think we got everything we needed from Uriah. I don't want him like looking into Wash's room until we're like done with it. So I'll just say Wash is, I mean, it's like a guy. You walk in, you see the regular stuff. I mean, we could plan something, but it'd probably just be easier to use Uriah.
All right,
the guy looks like he has a sketchy background. Honestly, if we dig in a little, you might find some facts don't line up. I know his type.
All right, yeah, I have to message MIT in a couple days, so, yeah, let me know if you find anything else while you're going about. Oh, and look into this for me. He reaches into his back pocket, and he hands you a flyer. These came by the hotel earlier. If it's anything good, we can get some footage of it or something. Maybe fill out the rest. Since we don't have the sub, we have to record something exciting out here.
We'll take the flyer. What is it for?
Save the whales! Stop polluting our oceans with plastic! Rally being held this weekend.
Huh? I mean,
It's an eco rally.
B-rolls,
And it's got that little symbol that you know is DJ Yakumama.
Oh,
Seems that this is one of the tour spots. It's coming up soon.
that is... I feel like more than a coincidence. I have enough problems to deal with. I smile, put on my best salesman smile. You got it. And, I can't spend anything else. If I need you, where can I find you?
Well, I don't have a ton of work right now due to the filming process being put on hold a bit, but I think we're gonna go out and get some shots of the area in the next couple of days, so,
The area?
yeah, you know, just, downtown.
Oh,
There's,
this
like, the
area.
lighthouse. Yeah.
For a second, I thought you
So
meant, like, back at the volcano or something.
No, we got all those shots. There's, like, a lighthouse, there's some stupid little post office, just, you know, we're trying to get filler at this point, just in case we can't recover any footage from the sub.
Hey,
Probably not
well,
gonna recover any footage from the sub, but if we do, we gotta make something. Again, looking at this stupid eco rally global warming thing. Maybe we can have Dr. Renee take over Professor Marvin Howell's position as the lead scientist. She likes that eco stuff. Maybe that'll work. And you see him like mulling over, like, how do we sell this? How do we recover from this loss as a film? You know, and he's just going through
He
those.
probably has his job for a reason, so yeah. He's doing the work.
Here, I've got a pager. You know, like, just grab your arm, pull out a pen, write on your arm, like, the number to his pager, and then, like, put his pen away.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
but
go with something
I'm just
real
gonna
good.
I'm gonna lock up in here unless you needed something. Or...
No, I'm good. Just gonna get more
Okay.
coffee. Another pack of cigarettes. Keep with the good
I
work,
will-
Rookie. And he turns and walks away.
You got it, boss. Smile, lock up the room, go to catch up with the others before stopping and putting the pottery shard in my room with my stuff.
Yeah, you'd be able to catch up with everyone. It's a walk, like a 15-minute walk to the doctor's office. If you do a little catch up with everyone, just as they're getting to Dr. Hurt's office, you get to the front desk. Does everyone go to the doctor's office? This is a question I have. No, I know Dr. Broadway's going.
Baba May's not gonna go to the doctor.
Teddy feels like this is getting awkward at this point, being a 2 doctor's appointment with this random girl. Nah.
All right. I think
Kind
Irina
of feels
said.
invasion of privacy. Also, my cap closed. Please don't sit on my keyboard.
Oh, but Saris is just trying to help.
Sorry.
What about? So Parker, do you catch up with the rest of the group, or do you go with Dr. Bronwyn to the?
I would catch up with. I was the main instigator. I feel like I got to see it through.
Okay, so you catch up with Bronwyn and Heather. Heather is just making small talk with you, Bronwyn. Like, I really like your blouse. Like, what company did you get that from? Is that like?
Thank you. I have no idea what she's wearing to compliment, but I find something on her to compliment as well.
She's got what looks to be like a college guy's hoodie. It's got I think UCLA on it. Definitely too big for her, and she gets,
it looks very comfortable.
Keeps sniffing it every so often.
Not gonna comment on that.
Yeah, and when she does, she looks kind of sad. But she's just walking along. Besides that, she had on like little high-waisted jeans and a cute t-shirt, some sneakers. She's just comfortable but cute. And Parker would catch up, and you guys get to Dr. Hurt's office. You go inside, and the waiting room is fairly empty at this point in time. And you see there's like a nurse at front, and she's like, hola. And there's like, oh yes, right. Hola. Donde estas, doctor? She goes, no, we do speak English. She's like, oh, thank God, okay. She goes, would you like to see Dr. Hurt? And she's like, yeah. So she's like, has Heather fill out some paperwork on a thing. And she's like, these are my, family members. Can they come back with me? And she looks at the two of you. And Heather goes, we're all adopted. And she's like, oh, sure, that's fine. Heather's like, cool. And then just like keeps filling out the paperwork. She's got very neat handwriting. And you guys, it's 10-15 minutes before you get pulled back into the doctor's office, where you see Dr. Hurt has a look at all three of you and goes, all right, yes, hello, welcome, patients. Which one of you is my patient? Are all of you my patients this evening?
Oh, no, just her.
Hold on a moment. Say something else.
Me?
Yeah, no, more than like, it's like, are you from the Queen's country?
Oh, I'm from Wales, actually.
Oh my goodness, fellow United Kingdom member. Oh, jolly good. It's been so long. Yes.
It's great to meet someone else out here all the way out here.
Oh yes. No, there's not anyone else really, not since the Falkland War incident. I wound up staying. But, it's so refreshing to hear. Oh, it's all Spanish this, Spanish that, all Spanish all the time. It's so refreshing to hear a lovely accent such as yourself. Yes, hello, your patient, right? Yes, hello, sorry. I'm Dr. Hurt. What is wrong with you today? Heather's like, and she like lists off all her symptoms, and the doctor's like, right, let me think here. 1 to 100. Oh, he rolled much better than when he rolled for wash. Good God, alright. Well, it's interesting you say that. Those are not uncommon symptoms. It seems that everyone in the area has been experiencing different variations of these symptoms. I'm going to list off a few more, and you can let me know if you've experienced them, just to confirm that you have exactly what everyone else in the city seems to be having lately. Have you had depression? And Heather's like, well, I've been sad lately because, my boyfriend's gotten missing, but I wouldn't call it. He's like, all right, depression, check. What about, a loss of libido? She's like, well, that really hasn't, been an issue, except, he's been gone for a little while. He's like, yep, check, loss of... What about any strange sensations on your skin? Dysthesia, I believe that's called. Burning sensations, your skin feels a little weird. Now that you've mentioned it, I have felt that on occasion. He's like, right, check. Oh, you definitely seem a little anxious. Have you had any suicidal thoughts? And she's like, no. I very much like living. Thank you very much. And he's like, all right. It's the only non-check. Well, you seem to have what everyone else in Ushuaia has at this moment in time, which, is a bit odd. We've seemed to have some type of, citywide ailment, but nothing too severe to alert the, I've called higher-ups at the CDC, and they don't think it's an epidemic, since it hasn't spread from the region at all. whatsoever. It's very, very extremely localized.
Really? Citywide? Like, no,
So
there's
you-
no outlier?
People come in every day. It's all these same symptoms. I'm sure someone has a baby, pops out a baby every now and then. You're not pregnant, are you? And it's like, oh God, I hope not. Maybe like check for that. I mean, how long do you have to like wait before? Cause like, I mean, it's theoretically a possibility. And he's like, well, I mean, yeah, just take this cup and go to the bathroom. Okay, he goes. All right, well, yes, no, there's been a lot of, everyone, in fact, I myself seem to be suffering from a fair bit of them, but I have very good medication that I give people that seems to help with the symptoms. I haven't not seen any progressions beyond these types of symptoms.
I don't suppose we can get some of that to, like, because I've been waking up with headaches, too. It hasn't gone super bad yet.
Certainly, yes, no, it's, I found a couple of things to be, somewhat helpful. What other symptoms have you had?
That's mostly just the headaches. Sleepiness. Mild irritation. But I think that's just me.
Right. Could be. And he just checks a few more boxes on like another piece of paper. What about you, dear fellow, cousin from, that wonderful island? Both call home.
What about me?
Any symptoms since you've been
Oh,
here?
no, I've been perfectly good. I just got here,
Good.
though, so...
Good. Right. Well, I find that a good prescription especially for the headaches, as I've got some, I recommend opioids. Yep. Oxycontin, that'll take care of it.
Do you have those on you, by any chance?
Oh, yeah, well, I could write a script, You've got to get to the pharmacy to fill it out.
Sure.
Couple of people that have had some of more of the mental issues, the anxiety and stuff, I've been having good success prescribing them with some clozapine. I think that's how you say it. Clozapine? Was it clozapine?
Clozapine.
Yes. But so I've had some mild success with prescribing and he says clozapine, and that's the pills in your pocket.
All right.
They are an
Clozapine.
antipsychotic.
All right.
And, but Wash's bottle, the bottle that you had, looked like it was prescribed a while ago, so he definitely did not get those here. It's in English, what labeling is seen. All the prescription labels here would be in Spanish. So, whenever he was prescribed those, he was prescribed them a while ago, and he brought them with him here.
Okay.
You should just make a mental note of that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I've had some mild success using that as well. I'll prescribe some of both for that what was his name? Heather! That Heather girl. Right. Starts scribbling on a pad of paper.
But yeah.
Would you like some as well?
I would appreciate a script.
Sure. I'll give you both as well. You might as well. We don't want to work better until you try it. Dr.
Yeah, they're
Bronwyn,
just pills. They can't hurt me.
this guy is a little medically questionable.
Mm-hmm.
He's just letting you know that's your free doctor skill right now. This guy's doctorness is questionable. He's obviously got a license for here, but a little dubious. To have a standard procedure for dealing with problems. Yeah. We'll hand you a little tear off piece of paper for you, Parker.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, so this one's for it then. She comes back and he was like, oh yes, I'll run that test for you, my dear. I'll just put it on that little box over there. Yes, wonderful. She's like, okay, cool. That should be everything, so... Bye. And he's like, alright, yes. If you need anything else or need a refill on your prescriptions, any further onset of symptoms, please do not hesitate to come back. And, you are able to leave with your 2 prescriptions for a week's supply of Oxycontin and clozapine.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
One for Parker, one for Heather. Yep.
I was hoping that there might be like an outlier, like a certain part of the population wasn't as affected as much as the others.
Not that well. If they're not as affected, they haven't come in at least.
That's true too. Would he be able to see those patterns and know about it? I don't know.
Yeah, the vibes you got off that guy was probably not. But that at least a lot of his patients have been coming in with those.
All right, turn to Dr. Bronwyn Hughes. Thanks for coming along, Doc. What do you think?
Sure.
Medically sound?
It sounds like he prefers to prescribe first and look at symptoms later, more than anything else. Doesn't sound like he's very observant, more just likes to give the appearance of being doctorly. I don't think he's going to be much help.
Not malicious, though.
Not malicious, just, I don't want to say incompetent. That feels unkind.
It is unkind.
You did see his military British doctor's, like, stuff on the wall behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing he was military trained.
Save lives first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if this stuff does help with this thing that's happening and getting worse with people, then maybe it'll help us out eventually.
Right. The antipsychotic, I do wonder if taking that might help with the effects of the signal. I don't say that we do any, unethical testing or anything where we have somebody...
bet Bobby May would love to pop a couple and turn that blasted thing on again.
All right, well, it's your idea then, not mine.
You know what? She already almost broke my arm once. Maybe she'll finish the job. Bobby May, the arm crusher dean. All right, well, let's get back to the others. Heather, feeling good? Feeling positive?
Yeah, sure. She looks like she has a new thought on her mind, which she did not think of before going to that doctor's office, but is trying not to think about that too hard.
What's going on, Heather?
That's fine. I wouldn't about it.
And my pregnant is...
What's up?
No, it's just, I liked you better, Dr. Bronwyn.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yep. I'm gonna go in and drink I'm gonna stay really hydrated, like you said.
Sure.
And
is there any sort of like insight check? Oh,
Yes.
Dr. Hurt is up on my screen. Is there any sort of insight check that I can do?
Psychology would be insight.
Okay.
Bitch is pregnant.
Yeah, that's kind of. Oh, damn it.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's the case.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what.
Or
her,
that's what she's worried
her
about.
feeling is, but
That might be what she's worried about.
yeah, but I don't know apparently because that was not a good roll.
Yeah, she seems to be a little worried about something from Dr. Hurt's office, whether it's his questionable medical practices or if she's not worried the medications. She's just a little bit more nervous than she was before. That's all. Nothing too serious.
On the way back, I will, in passing to Dr. Bronwyn, hey, Doc, I'm sorry for poking fun at you earlier. Just, everyone's kind of getting a little tense with the headaches and the weird stuff, and I just like cracking jokes to...
You're fine. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, because
It's good to keep things light.
Yeah, because I actually do have a snoring problem that I'm hoping I can get a second opinion on.
A
My
snoring
doc at home
problem.
says there's nothing I can do about it, but I feel like it's affecting the quality of my sleep.
So this isn't something that's developed since coming out here.
I've had this my entire life.
And you think this is what's preventing you from getting good sleep?
I will say, if you can fix this for me, I have a very, very expensive antique clock I can give to you back home in California.
I didn't need your clock. As long as you get a good night's sleep, I think you'll be ahead of the game as far as everyone concerned here, because everyone seems to be having trouble sleeping out here. I don't know what it is about. Maybe it's the atmosphere. I'm not sure. Maybe it's that signal.
I guess you might find out tonight if you stick around.
Oh, I intend to stick around. Maybe I can help you with your snoring while I'm doing it.
You're all right, Doc.
And at this point, you're back at the hotel. Heather gets another big cup of yerba mate and a cup of water, and goes up to her room to edit footage. Actually, she looks like she's going to take a nap. She's going to take some of the medicine and try to take a nap. She will sleep. That stuff will knock you out. So yes, she's going to go in a nice long nap.
Could we have grabbed the... Oh yeah, I would have also grabbed the prescription along the way, if that's okay. So we have
Yeah, you both filled up the script. Yeah.
Okay.
Boop. Medicine.
What's everyone else been doing?
Yeah, back at the hotel. It probably took you all about an hour total. Like, walk there, get checked out, get the script, and walk back. Maybe 45 minutes. So 45 minutes of Teddy, Irina, and Bobby May. What are y'all doing back at the hotel? Yes, Irina?
I have this mad idea.
I love
I'm hoping it works. So, you know how, like, we found out doors can cancel the
Yes.
radio waves?
Sure,
Now,
maybe.
can I start thinking about making my own transmitter?
You most certainly
hopefully
can.
cancel the pitch correctly
Yeah.
if needed. Because I'm thinking about, like, how to cancel different sounds. And if I
Yeah.
know the sounds, if I know the
Mhm.
pitch, sort of. Can I
What
make
do
my own
you...
transmitter?
What do you... Yeah. You're gonna have to probably buy some things for that.
Mhm.
Because you're gonna need, like... You got, like, the tape recorder, but you're gonna have to be able to play that specific sound, your cancellation noise.
Yeah,
That
because
probably
it's
also
radio,
means...
not. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's radio. So you're probably gonna have to, like, build your own little device. Yeah, you can get started on that. That'll be a quick trip to the store. Easy enough with the money that Wintercroft sent you to get some supplies. It will be either mechanical or electrical repair check to try
I'll
to...
go with a mechanical if that's okay.
Sure thing, to try to at least build the base. It's probably gonna be a multi-step process, but you can start on it today.
49.
Yep, you're able to get all this stuff and like have like a sketch and like an idea of how you're gonna assemble this together.
Irene probably has the exact same expression as before she disappeared to buy her 2 liters of Coke.
Uh-huh.
And so she's like, be right back.
Leaving Bobby May and Teddy by themselves at the hotel.
So, did you really just walk through here just on a fugue state thing?
know, like, so what I remember having the conversation with, Irina and Parker, and we went down into Heather's room, Parker and I, and we were gonna see, what kind of radio signals Irina was able to pick up on the radio when we turned it on. We had earplugs in, and I remember that, and I remember turning it on, and then I very vaguely remember, I think I kind of remember hurting Parker. He says I twisted and almost broke his arm, which I kind of feel bad about. I didn't mean to.
Parker should bulk up a little bit and avoid those issues, honestly.
Yeah, he is a bit of a
Those little
he's
noodle
a
arms.
leaner, right? He's a bit of a leaner man, yeah. And then I remember waking up to 2 hotel employees in front of me telling me that I'm a thief and that I need to give something back, and the transmitter's gone from my hand down in the downstairs lobby. So I don't remember what happened. It's kind of concerning, if I'm being honest.
Have you had other situations where you've just forgotten large chunks of your day?
Not while I'm awake. I
That's
don't,
a very interesting answer to that question.
Well, I have dreams, and I know I'm dreaming, but I don't remember my dreams, kind of thing. I get very fuzzy, like, images from time to time on certain days. But I remember pretty much all my waking moments. Yeah, I'm gonna go down to the beach. I want to take some photos of, like, the ocean and the docks and stuff. You want to come with me?
Yes, to make sure you don't get called by something and jump in.
I'm not gonna. First of all, I am terrified of the water. I will never willingly walk into the water.
I know y'all can't swim. None of y'all can swim, which is just wild experience to have.
Parker said he can swim, just not well.
Parker probably flails.
Probably, yeah, it's probably like a dog paddle kind of thing.
Yeah, that's being generous.
So Bobby's gonna lead the way down to the beach, and that's I want to, like, I know Teddy's here with me, right? But I want to take photos of the ocean. I understand there's a lighthouse, so I want to kind of get that in some shots.
It's like a little
too.
rocky island in the distance. You can see it from the shore, though. It's really, it looks nice, cheerful.
We can't get out to it from. Is it like you have to go to the boat?
You have to swim or take a little boat. Yeah, it's one of those. It's like
no. Never mind.
It's in an indicator lighthouse. It's on like a little like tiny rock island to be like, don't hit this.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, is there a canoe or something like on the water?
You could probably
You will
rent
not
one.
get Bobby into a boat. Not into a tiny little canoe in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, Bobby's gonna take some pictures.
You are taking pictures, and you see there's a couple kids at the beach. They look a little. They look like they should be in school at this time. It is April. It is the school year, but they're not in school at this time. They've got, you see like a couple of really ratty pairs of shoes on the shore, and they're like barefoot going through the sand and the shore. And it looks like they've got like a little bucket on their sides, and they seem to be like looking for things on the seashore.
Okay.
As you're taking pictures, you just notice them. There's a little girl and a boy. They appear about the same age, like between the ages of like 5 and 8. It's kind of hard to tell with kids sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely want to talk to them, but in a moment. While I'm taking these photos, what you doing? I'm gonna do something dumb.
I love it.
I want to. I don't know how to do it without Teddy like being able to tell what I'm doing. So, like at one point while I'm like taking the photo, like you have the it's in front of your face kind of thing. I want to close my eyes and conjure up the signal in my head.
Okay.
And I want to see if I feel anything.
Okay. Give me a power check. That seems applicable here.
Okay. Oh, that's a hard success. That is a 27.
With a hard success, you're able to think of the signal, but you don't feel any draw. You think you hear that sound playing on loop. It goes surprisingly well with the rhythm of the waves on the beach.
Okay. Do I don't know, it might have to be a separate check, but do I get any feeling, because like I wasn't dishonest with Teddy's, I don't remember my dreams, but I feel like in our conversations I have remembered like the eyes.
Yes, you have.
Okay, do I get any kind of like feeling from that? As I'm like thinking of the signal and thinking of
not.
No. Okay.
No
okay.
eye vibes here. The eyes are distracted. Also, you're not asleep.
I'm not asleep. That's correct. Okay.
So no, you're feeling for vibes. You're not getting any.
Nothing.
With that hard success, yeah. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it, and the signal, and yeah, it goes pretty well with the rhythm of the waves. You're thinking about it. Looks like you're not just taking it in, taking in the nice sea air. You hear some people in boats in the distance, birds, seabirds, or seagulls, actually albatross in this area. Just kind of like going above, kind of above where the fishing boats are, because they're like food.
Yeah. Food. Yeah. Fish. Yeah.
Okay. I think Teddy just has a moment of seeing you pause there, just like, you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, I have felt a little like, I understand that y'all have been getting headaches. I really haven't, but this place is just, I told y'all my twin sister died. Well, she drowned. That's how she died. So that draw to the ocean that I was feeling when I was hearing that signal, it's terrifying. Like that's just, it's very unsettling because I, under my own devices, would never go anywhere near the water. I mean, look at how far back I'm standing from the tide, like in this sand. Like I just, it's unsettling. So I'm just a little unsettled.
Yeah, I could imagine so. I'm sorry. But also, how do I put this? Do you feel like weird shit is happening to you since you've been here?
So, like during the day, it's kind of like what I said. During the day when I'm awake, no. but I don't remember my dreams, but I get like these. It's like intuition, I guess, kind of like I don't remember, but my dreams are unsettling me, kind of in the same way that signal is unsettling me. So nothing is happening in the waking world, and I know that much for sure. Everything that's happening, I know we come up with these crazy like lightsaber ideas and giant praying mantises, but like it's explainable. Parker is probably right. Dr. Hughes is probably right. There's a logical explanation for what's going on. And I mean, you're probably right. The submarine probably just exploded and they're all dead. But it's when I'm asleep that I get worried. And I don't know how to fix that because I'm fucking asleep.
So, I think after our trip to Peru, I think it finally hit me that not everything has a logical explanation.
Yeah, I don't mean to pry. I mean, I do mean to pry, absolutely. I was unconscious on that island, but like, I remember waking up and you were just not quite right. Did something happen?
Well, the short of it is yes. The long of it is I'm worried that I might have unleashed something that shouldn't be unleashed.
What? Do you mind me prying? Can I ask what you mean? Like what?
So all the islands broke up and we got lost and ended up in that one place and we were looking for shelter. We ended up at some place where they died. Eventually some of them people told me in their broken ass Spanish that it was called the House of the Versions of the Sun or something like that. I don't know what the hell went on in there, but there was like this little tunnel down to a basement. And I went down there and there was like some little glass things on like a plaque. And there was like this glass like window thing. And then I looked through the glass and I saw something. And the thing that I saw does not make any fucking sense.
Okay.
It had eyeballs and then like tentacle arms and then it had like claw pinchers things like a crab, but those parts weren't symmetrical. And the thing, listen, I'm no doctor or anything, but I know that if you cut most animals apart bilaterally, then if you added another part bilaterally, it'd be the exact same. There's symmetry to things. Well, this thing did not have no symmetry. It was like a cone thing, and I looked through a glass. It was just a glass.
Yeah, the keeper.
Yes.
As Teddy is talking about this, do I have any memories from the dream that I had about Ted? I'm like,
Ooh.
I know it was Teddy, but like Bobby doesn't know.
You do remember having that bit of a dream where he was Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
And
does it trigger anything more?
His description of that room with the glass and the plinth and the thing on top of it, it does remind you of that dream where he was Indiana Jones. Yes.
Okay. You know, so
do you remember that bit? Yeah.
Funnily enough, remember when I was saying you look fantastic as Indiana Jones, like you should do like a Halloween costume as
that
Indiana?
was very strange.
So the reason I had a dream, and like I said, I don't always remember my dreams, but I know I have them. And I saw that the plinth with the glass, and somebody came in and they took something out of it, and then you came in looking like Indiana Jones. It was like, what was it? He took something out of that plinth, and then he left, and then you came in as Indiana.
It was out of the side, not the object on top. Something out of the side, like a secret door.
Yeah, it was like there was like a door. He opened up like a secret door and took it, and then he left, and you came in looking like Indiana Jones, and what you're describing, I saw it in my dream.
And then you remember, like, Indiana Jones going up to the stained glass, which was your perspective, and looking through it.
Right. Yeah, and like Indy, well, you dressed as Indy, you came up to the glass and you looked through it, and it was me, like you were looking at me, kind of thing. So I don't know.
Okay, well, that's something. I don't know entirely how to process all that, but
neither do I.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that really freaks me the fuck out, right? Like, I'm still trying to deal with this, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it. You're talking about it now, and I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like, well, what if our dreams ain't just dreams? Because I know what I saw. That was real. I don't know when it was real or why it was real, but it was real.
Okay.
And then we went in that place, and I'm pretty sure we weren't supposed to be there. And I wasn't supposed to look through that thing. And DJ Yakumama's manager person, what's that? It was manager?
Yeah.
Yeah. DJ Yakumama's manager went down there with me too. And I stopped him. I said, don't you go looking through that glass. Don't you be a dumbass. Get on out of here. And I don't know if he did, because I wasn't watching him all that well.
He left in front of you, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But I don't know if he went
back.
back.
He did go down first.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
so. First of all, that eerily lines up with the dream that I had about somebody coming in first and then you coming in after them. But do you think so? You think that you unleashed it? Did like the glass crack or something? Did it follow you out? What are you thinking?
I don't know if we were ever supposed to open that whole door, tunnel, sewer grate thing at all.
I'd all be there in the first place. Yeah. Yeah.
But I could not investigate it because you were there all fucked up and unconscious. And then there was a bunch of people who was cold and wet. And we were trying to make sure it was safe.
Yeah, and honestly, things like that probably shouldn't be investigated.
Yeah, I ran like a bitch. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, as soon as that thing closed up, I was hoofing it.
Some questions are better left unanswered.
And this is why I've been trying to tell y'all, just say this goddamn submarine is exploded.
Well, I agree. I definitely think that is an option, but we have to have the evidence. I don't think our employers are going to be satisfied with just, oh yeah, it exploded, and then just taking our word for it.
These same employers that have sent me for someone saying that they heard yowling from outside and it just turned out to be a cat in a tree. Them same employers.
This one, you can't tell me that this one doesn't feel different with the resources that they sent us.
Yeah, it feels different. We just heard Dr. Bronwyn say that somebody got magnetic radiation poison. I didn't even know that was a real thing.
I don't think she told us that.
Well, I mean, we were there in the room with Heather.
I think she kept
but I
diagnosis
kept it to myself because
I
didn't want to scare Heather.
I thought you said my bad. My bad. I thought you had said it out.
Sorry.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, and like it definitely. I don't know about you. I've investigated for Wintercroft for quite some time, and you're right. They do send us on some wild goose chases, like going up to Spoons to find Sasquatch, and really it just being a cocaine bear. Like that is some wild shit. Like that's not right.
But a little pang.
I had the box of rushes in Miami.
Yeah, but like this one, I can, even through their faxes, their daily faxes, I can feel their concern. Like they are worried about what is happening here. So I do not think that they will accept us just saying.
Yeah, I know we can't bail, but this is that whole thing you said about questions that don't need to be answered. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to one of them questions
that should not be answered.
And somehow we're gonna find an answer to it, and it ain't gonna be good.
Yeah. Well, if I see anything weird, I will let you know. And if
says the person who listened to a sound and then went straight up blackout state.
That is not my fault. Like I said, that was not my idea.
I did not say it was your fault. I'm saying that it happened.
Parker's saying it's my fault, okay? Anyway, I want to go talk to those kids. They look like they've been digging, and we found stuff on the beach the other day, and I want to see if they found anything weird.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Let's go talk to the children.
Go terrify some kids.
And if you're questioning your sanity and what you saw, I'll listen.
So both of us can question our sanity. Great.
Sometimes it helps having somebody else to talk to. Trust me, I know.
I keep that in mind. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right.
See
I
these
go
two
over to the kids.
Yeah, they're digging on the beach with a spoon, talking to each other in Spanish. Well, you and Teddy both speak Spanish, so
We do.
huzzah! Don't let it get away.
I will plop down to their level. Be like, "Oh, what you guys digging there? What you got?"
We got
In Spanish.
dinner.
What do they pull? They pull out a lobster.
Like a little crab. Yeah, I don't have
Little crab.
crabs. I just have lobsters.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pretend
Okay.
they're crabs.
That's
dinner.
interesting. Have you guys found any more? Or is it just the first one y'all found?
No, we got this one. He's really big compared to this one. This one's a little one.
That-
This is like a
that is
snack,
a
and
big
this
old
one's
one.
like almost a whole dinner.
A whole meal, absolutely. Have you guys found
Like
anything
a mama
else?
crab and a
Anything-
baby crab. Yeah, we find stuff all the time when we do it on the beach. What
Oh,
are you
yeah,
looking for?
what?
What are you in the market for?
Well, I am in the market for anything strange and unusual, and I feel like you two have found something strange and unusual.
They exchange some like sly smirks, and they're like, "Well, you would be in the right place." Yes, we have found some very weird things and some really cool things, and some really boring things. We find things on the beach all the time. It's our job. We go up and down the beach and we find things like food and dinner and things to sell, or things. Yes. So you wouldn't be the only ones shopping for weird things.
That's very understandable. I imagine strange things are in high demand around these parts here.
They are.
What?
Just last week, Esteban and I, we sold like a whole bucket full of weird things.
Oh, right? Like what? Like what kind of weird things do you typically find?
That is client, seller, confidentiality.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair. Well,
But-
see, me.
If you gave me, you know, a good reason, I might be able to tell you a little bit about the kind of goods we deal in.
Teddy looks over to Bobby May and it's like, these little motherfuckers are trying to get us to bribe them. Like they want to bribe out of us.
Well, they are driving a hard bargain, friend. And I'll pull
Coats
out
look
like
pretty ragged, and again,
Yeah.
you're pretty sure it's during school hours. These kids may not be in school.
yeah. I will pull out is the American dollar stronger here?
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. I will pull out a $5 bill.
And
And
they go like, whoa, and they try to play it
Yep.
real cool, but they're not
Yep.
doing a very good job because they're 5 and like 7.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah. So I believe that y'all, like you are saying, are purveyors of the strange and
Very
unusual.
fine goods.
So, so I will give you this $5
Uh-huh.
as like a sort of a down payment. All right.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give you this $5. Let me know some of the things that you found, and then I'm gonna be here for a while. I will
Mhm.
give you another $5 every time you bring me something interesting.
Every time we bring you something interesting?
Every time you bring me something. Now I do have to deem it interesting. So
Okay.
wide
One moment.
variety.
I have to confer with my college.
Of course, of your associate, of course.
Yes, and they huddle, and you hear, Gloria, $5 every time. The dog master only pays us like that much once a week. We get a whole bucket full. She's like, I know it, Esteban. It's going to be, it's gonna be so good. They won't even know they're getting ripped off because they're tourists. It's fine. Yeah, $5 each. We find weird stuff all the time. Okay, yeah, good deal. Okay. So this sounds amenable to us. Yes. By the way,
right.
I'm Gloria, and this is my little brother Esteban.
Gloria,
what's your
Esteban.
name?
Hi, pleasure to meet you. My name is Bobby May Dean, and this is my friend Teddy.
Hi, like a teddy bear?
Yeah, kind of like a teddy bear.
Okay. Want to make sure I heard it right. Okay, so
Okay.
Miss Dean and Mr. Teddy Bear, we have in our collection right now mostly food.
I used to be called the Terror.
So, we have food today, but last week we got a bucket. They pull up their bucket. We filled this full of these like green star rocks. They were like rocks that are shaped like stars, and they had little patterns on the top. They really like those when we put them in. We always sell them. But if you think those are weird, we can. They wash up all the time. We could definitely. I mean, they wash up occasionally. We could put them aside for you. If you were willing to, if you find that interesting, like fishing to see what is it that you find
Yeah,
interesting.
Well, that is
This
definitely
is what this
a
other
good-
person finds interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a good start. I do like that. That does sound pretty interesting. Does any type of like pottery or anything like that wash up on shore anytime?
Not so much pottery, but we did find this, like a life preserver. You know, like the thing you throw in when someone's drowning so they don't drown anymore. If they
Right.
hold on and not let go. Or if you aim well. And, we found one and it had the words help, in Spanish. Can't read any other languages. It said help us. We're still we're alive and trapped. On it, it was like scratched into the life preserver, and yeah, we sold that too. There's a lot of demand for our goods, you know.
Understandably.
Teddy has started
was a
picking
really
his teeth
Big
with this
item.
big ass knife that he
Yeah.
has, just so they see that he has just a giant knife.
Esteban is looking up at you like, wow, that's so cool.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is what he expected
Yeah.
out of this. And he goes, "Who'd you sell these to?"
That would be not what our client wants. And they look at the dockmaster's house as they say that. Because, again, they're like 5 and 7.
5, yeah.
Yeah.
We
But-
do understand the client.
If it's a big, strange
confidentiality.
thing, would you pay more than $5 for it? Because a life preserver is like as tall as him. Esteban is like tall for his age, but he's pretty tall.
that
pretty
is
big.
definitely
very
something we
heavy.
can. Yeah, that is
Look at-
definitely something that
Where are
we
you?
can.
Where are you staying so we can bring these weird things to you?
We're staying right over there at the hotel. That hotel right over there.
The Villa Brescia. Okay.
Yeah, yep. And now, if you do find big things like that, that is certainly something that we can negotiate if and when you find those items. Absolutely, we could talk about paying more for those.
Okay.
I do like the sound of those green things. So any of
Yeah,
those that you can
okay.
bring.
Uh-huh.
Now it'll be in clusters. I'm not going to pay $5 for each individual one.
That's what you said, though.
But if you bring me, a decent amount of them once per day, I will pay you $5 for the whole
per
lot.
day. Okay. Well, and you see, and dig down. We didn't find the whole one today, but we did find this, and you see it's like a part of the star, like one of those
Okay.
green soapstone stars. It does have the middle section and like 2 like points. It just doesn't have the whole
Yeah,
the whole thing.
it doesn't have the letter on it or anything.
It does have the letter. It just is missing
It
3
does.
arms. Yeah.
Okay. I will.
It's broken
I will offer...
though, so we just put
That's
it at the
fine.
bottom.
Broken's okay. Broken doesn't bother me.
Okay.
I will give him the $5 and like hold it out to. I think I'm talking to Gloria, right? So
Yeah.
I will hold out the $5.
She seems to be
and,
the
like,
the savvy negotiator.
the
while
negotiator, yeah.
Esteban holds the bucket.
Yeah, and I'll exchange the $5 for the broken green soapstone.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, whoa, and she like very careful puts it in her pocket and like buttons the pocket closed, double checks the pocket for holes, and then nods and then like smooths it out. And she's like, I will let you know if we find anything else of exciting things. What else have we found that's really exciting, Esteban? We look at the beach every day. We walk all the way from down there, and you see them point like to like a tip of the land that juts out all the way down over there.
That's perfect. I love that. I do have a question. That life preserver you found, did it have to have a ship's name on it?
They're gonna they're thinking real hard. Yes! It did have a name on it. It was the, scrolling up to my boat names. There it is. It has it said, peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Do we know if that's one of the ones that went missing? It is. Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, it's a pleasure doing business with y'all. If y'all, like I said, if y'all find, I will also spit in my hand too, I guess.
Yep.
Shake. Again, like I said, we're staying up there at the hotel. If you find if we're not there, if you come and asking for us,
what else do you think is interesting? Like life preserver stuff? Anything that's not like fish and crabs?
Yeah, like fish, crabs, we're not interested in things like that, but like just strange things. Something like these glasses, and like all because I still have those glasses that say help something. It's
You know, like they're like looking at it, like you can see they're unfamiliar with English, but they're looking at like, oh, we've seen other things wash up with those that word on it.
Yeah, anything along these lines, and I will pay big bucks if you find anything that has anything to do with it's the Titan.
The Titan Uranus, yes.
Titan Uranus. Yep. Anything pertaining to that.
Do you like draw it out in the sand for them to see the word?
Yeah. And I'll because I have my camera bag with me. I'm assuming I have like I can write it down for them so they can they can essentially compare if they find something like that. I will pay big bucks for anything like that.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. Good luck with those crabs. And like I said, if you come to the hotel and we're not there, leave a message with the front desk, and we will find you.
And as you're talking to Gloria, Esteban walks up to Teddy and goes, "Excuse me, Mr. Teddy Bear."
Yes.
This is a really big crab. Do you have a really big knife? Do you think you could crack his shell for me?
Teddy just grabs it.
Thanks, it's gonna be a lot easier to cook now. Thank you.
Adorable. Oh my god.
I'm so glad that we did not have to shake down those kids, because that would have actually felt bad.
Yeah, no.
And I don't even like kids.
We would not shake down children. Bobby wouldn't allow it.
I would not put that past myself to get what I need. I'm not going to rob kids, but I would scare the shit out of them.
Scare them, yeah. Other than that, I think Bobby, unless Teddy wants to do anything, will head back.
Lori's like, come on, Esteban. We have to finish this bit of the shore before we can go back and cook the
crabs. Only thing that Teddy says is that ain't no goddamn way they letting those kids into that hotel.
Well, I mean, they're locals. I feel like they probably, would at least at the minimum let them into the front desk. Can so I have the translation page with me because I think we're storing it unless Irina has it. Because I know Irina and I have been kind of passing it
back and forth.
I can conveniently have, be in your camera bag, to be honest.
Okay, sure. I want to pull it out as we're walking and see if I can figure out what this...
Library use check as you head back to the hotel.
Library use.
And everyone will be getting back to the hotel about the same time. Isn't that amazing?
Success.
Ooh, a success.
By 1 point.
By one... Look, sometimes the greatest things happen by 1 point.
Yeah.
You're looking through this chart. Again, it's a lot of dots. A lot of dots. This one seems to it's got. Look, you find it. You're like, is it turned this way? Is it turned that way? It takes you a little bit. It takes basically the whole walk back, and you realize that this one says creation.
Okay, so we've had creation, we've had death, and then we've had rebirth? No.
I believe that's the one.
I don't remember what the third one was.
I believe it was rebirth, yes. That sounds right.
Yeah.
As I frantically scroll
Something
through my
along
notes.
those lines.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep. But once you're looking at that, Bob and May, could you give me a sanity check? Because you were thinking real hard about that signal earlier, and yes, you're looking at these dot patterns. It just weirdly conjures up that noise again in your mind.
Woo! That's a success.
But you're good. You're good.
Sweet.
Just weird that looking at these dots made you think of that noise.
That noise. Yeah.
Weird. Carry on. Everyone arrives at the hotel at the exact same time.
Hey, there you are.
Hi, y'all. Hi.
Clean bill of health. And no one here has a pill problem, right?
No?
Okay. Well, we got these that may help counteract the effects. Apparently the whole population's feeling it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Teddy and I did get some information if we want to go somewhere that's not as open as the hotel lobby to discuss.
Take out, eat dinner in our rooms?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Sounds good.
Order
Looking
room
probably
service.
as happy as a clam holding my new stuff.
All your stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to get takeout from a local restaurant, or do you want to get stuff from the hotel set up to your room?
We haven't. I don't think we've dined locally here yet. I think that'd be a good idea.
You know what? I'm feeling brave. I'll ask for the special.
Okay.
Listen, last time that happened, I ate a guinea pig. So
that's why I said
Were
I'm
you
feeling
in
brave.
Peru?
I'll take a chance.
yeah, while we were in Peru, yeah.
Oh, excellent. I've never had a chance to try that, but I wanted to.
It was surprisingly really good.
That's what I've heard.
There's a mental issue involved, though, if you can't get over the fact that it's a guinea pig.
Yeah,
Oh, meat is meat.
fair.
It was fairly tasty.
There you go.
I felt guilty biting into it.
Yep. So you find yourself a little restaurant. There's like a barbecue restaurant, local. So it's got asado with a lot of, a lot of things with the chimichurri sauce and lots of like roasted, slow cooked tender beef and sides, basically. It looks pretty dang good. Find that restaurant. Do you eat in or do you take out?
I think
We're talking about some sensitive stuff.
takeout.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Heading back to the hotel.
Wonderful. Could y'all make me spot hidden checks as you get your takeout?
Absolutely.
Are they gonna try to poison our food?
Extreme success.
Ooh.
Hard success.
Dang.
Hey,
Wait, that's Yes.
yeah, that's you.
Character sheet's a little too
All right,
big.
Irina and Dr. Browen, the food smells just so amazing, you're distracted. It smells really good. They're cooking up your order. There's like a little waiting area, like little lobby, like some chairs in there for you to take. There's people inside eating. The atmosphere is pretty chill in here. Teddy and Parker, you're gonna notice this. It's gonna be a succession because you got an extreme, a hard, and a regular. Bobby May, Eagle Eyes, Bobby May. You are waiting for your food. It smells really good. You put your order in. And there's someone who is sitting in like the lobby area, trying not to be noticed, but they're also waiting for takeout. And because you got an extreme success, you recognize pretty quickly who this is. This looks like that guy who apparently went missing. That film editor? Brian Lovell. Yeah, that looks a lot like him, but with like more grown out facial hair, like he hasn't shaved in several days. Hoodie, hood up, like on a jacket, trying not to be noticed, but definitely getting some takeout, like baseball cap under the hoodie.
Now, he went missing before the sub, right?
After
the sub. Okay.
He's waiting here for takeout.
And
then Parker, you'll notice the same thing, but Bobby May, you notice it first, and then Parker, you notice this guy does look a lot like that film editor, and then Teddy, that guy is just a little shady. You know, this is a guy trying not to be noticed. You don't recognize who it is, but you recognize someone trying not to be noticed in this restaurant lobby, waiting for their food to get picked up.
I think Bobby will kind of like lean over to Teddy and be like, Teddy, darling, do you see that guy over there on my left? Yeah, that's Brian Lavelle, the film editor that went missing after the sub went missing. I think it might be important for us to have a conversation with him.
That'd be putting it nicely.
Yeah. I don't think we want to make a scene here, but if we could corral him, I think that might be a good thing.
Okay. How patient are you? Because I can wait a whole damn day.
Well, we don't want to lose him because we do want to talk to him, but we are also waiting on our food. So
I could just yoke his ass and take him outside. It's not like he'd do much to stop me.
Yeah, no, but I honestly, I don't think he would. But we also I don't think we want to draw attention while in the restaurant. Maybe outside, but.
So ask him nicely first, and then what if he says?
Or just wait till he grabs his takeout and then follow him, because he's leaving. He's not dining in.
Okay, we'll see.
Well, just kind of go see what happens.
Take out for Brian. Oh,
He's even using his real fucking name. What an idiot!
Name. He's not great at this hiding thing.
He grabs his bag and tucks it in his arm, pays out the pesos necessary, and will walk out the door.
Oh, as soon as he walks out, Teddy is just literally right behind him.
I'm gonna follow Teddy a little close behind and let Teddy do his thing.
Teddy is not very intimidating with his voice, but he is intimidating with his abilities. I'm just gonna grab this dude.
He notices you and is going to.
I'm a hard person not to notice.
Yeah, he notices you follow him out, and the second he gets out that front door, he takes off sprinting. So we are going to enter chase rules. Da, 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 da.
Oh boy.
So this is gonna be a series of dex checks, basically. What's your speed, Teddy?
I'm checking right now. One moment. Speed. Where do I find speed?
Speed. Hold on. I will pull up your sheet because it should be on there. Not. Well, we'll make it up as we go. You don't have it on this sheet. That is surprising. Oh, movement rate. Sorry, movement rate 7. Okay. Cool. So your movement rate is 7. That is good to know.
Oh, okay. It's in combat. I see.
Yeah, it's under combat. Movement rate 7. So, you're basically going at like a normal rate. You're not super slow. You don't have any negatives. You don't have any extra bonuses. So, Teddy, please make me a dex check to try and keep up with this guy as he is sprinting for his life. I believe he rolled a 4 to notice you. That is bonkers. He trips, carrying his takeout. 88 is a fail for his dex, and you are able to. It's like down the block. Like you're not that far. When he and does that thing where oh no, I'm gonna drop the food. Because your body reacts before you do, and you're like, wait, no, and then it just causes him to get all tripped up. The food doesn't get crushed though, and you're able to catch up with him. It's not a long chase. It is very quick. You're just like 7 establishments down. You're just at the end, like at the street corner, rather than midway up the block.
Teddy's in pretty good shape. He's not even one dead at this point. He's
No.
like, why did you run?
You seemed really close, and
Oh, it's because I'm black, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
No, that's not it. No, that's not why. No, sir. That is definitely not the reason. I've had a stalker recently, and I didn't want it. I thought it might have been you, but
your stalker is a 6'7" black man who is, 280 pounds.
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't get a good look at the
seems
details.
real likely.
Why
are you not in a submarine?
What do you mean I'm not a submarine? I'm not. Give me.
I can take a few things, but I can't take a bold-faced fucking lie.
You can give me I just want to see how hard you hit this guy. Give me a fighting
God.
melee brawl.
Watch, I roll fantastically now. Oh boy.
You can't miss. I just want to see how much it hurts. Okay.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's just a regular. If you had like crit success to this motherfucker.
Yeah, I know.
It just would have been messy. Just I don't think you have a damage bonus, do you? We're gonna go with just
I
you
do.
Just give me a D4. just the damage bonus.
Okay.
Yep. He's not able to dodge because he's like spilled on the ground, and he's just like, shit, fuck, man, are you sure you're not with them? Fuck, man, I'm done, I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Who?
You're not? He looks very confused for a second. Again, this guy does not look like he was the brightest bulb in the box to begin with, and now he's just confusing himself. It's like, you're not... Oh, my nose. Oh, fuck. I don't know, the locals. I guess you're speaking English really well. Maybe you're not local. Shit. Did Walt send you?
Who the fuck is Walt?
The producer. Okay, no, you don't, that's fine. Nobody. Don't worry about him. It's the director and the producer.
I know who he
Yeah.
is.
He's just like, my old boss. Okay, just my old boss.
Again, I asked you a question.
I was never supposed to be on a submarine.
So you never got on the submarine?
I wasn't supposed to get on the submarine. How do you know about the submarine?
Why did you disappear?
Because I wanted to be done. I was quitting. I was done. I didn't want to be a part of it.
So your
anymore.
dumbass decided to stay here?
Well, I tried to leave, but they wouldn't let me leave the airport.
So why didn't you just go back? You knew eventually somebody was gonna find you.
That's why I've been getting takeout, man. You do not want to know what this guy's main stat is. It is not great.
I'm going to let you go, but if you run and I have to catch you again, the smack will be a punch.
You already broke my nose.
And I used to box.
Okay. Yeah, no wonder my nose is broken. Okay. I have to see that quack of a doctor. Okay.
No, there's a better doctor in the city now.
Okay. Oh, ow. Oh, I had to sneeze. No, that was a mistake. Okay, sure. Oh, I'm not
Just
gonna run.
grab the tissues out of the bag and just use those.
Okay. Yeah, like the takeout.
And then Teddy
napkins,
just waits for the rest of the crew to get here, and he's just, this dude's a fucking idiot.
Yes.
Like,
you get strong vibes of that. It's another 5 minutes before, takeout for, you probably just ordered it for Wintercroft, just to say anything big up. Takeout for Wintercroft.
I think that's
Some
us.
brown paper bags. It smells amazing.
I'm just dragging this dude back towards where we were now.
Like it's like the shoulder of his head. He's like, I'm coming.
Yeah, I think probably because I think Bobby May was talking to Teddy and Parker was kind of snooping, also following. I was probably just looking at Doctor. He was like, so I'm excited to try local cuisine. This is kind of nice, you know.
You did see Teddy run like a guy, follow a guy out, and they both just take off running. It's fine. You're sure. Nothing to worry about.
This is nice. It's fine.
Oh, he's still in one piece. Nice job, Teddy.
God, he's holding like a bunch of takeout napkins. He's got a bit of a bloody nose, but he's okay.
He's fine. He said I broke his nose. If I'd have broke his nose, he would have known.
It feels like it's broken.
Oh, you're just a chump.
We should still get it looked
there.
at.
Brian, pleasure to meet you. We
How
just
do you
had
know
some
who I am?
questions.
You're not on the crew.
No, you're right. We're not on the crew, but we are investigating, the missing
Wait,
submarine.
I didn't do it.
Well, you see, you say that, but you're giving me
Wasn't
some
me.
quite guilty vibes.
I was
No,
trying to
he's too
stop them from
stupid to
getting
do
on the
this himself.
submarine
Why?
because I didn't think it was gonna go well. Because they didn't want them to go down on the submarine.
Who didn't want to go
Who
down?
are they?
I don't know their names. They always show up with like.
Who are they?
Teddy. Just let
Is
him
it still in the restaurant?
No,
This
we're
is
No,
outside.
this is outside.
Is this outside?
Is that better?
It's outside
Yes,
the
it's outside the
Right
restaurant.
outside the restaurant. It's fine. We can't get kicked out.
There's some people like in the window, like.
While this was
Americans.
happening, hey, I have a quick question, keeper of arcane
Yes.
lore, especially the
course.
arcane lore bit.
Yes.
So, in my time tuning pianos, sound teching across, the United States,
Yes. And elsewhere. Yes.
and elsewhere, yes.
Mhm.
And since we've encountered one possibly culty man, amongst the locals here who are tuned into this drama, as we humans tend to be,
Yes.
anyone have like the I'm gonna report back to my cult vibes?
That's a great question. Give me a spot hidden or psychology check. I will allow either in this case because you're trying to get motive.
Yeah, because let me get out of the combat thing because I was curious. I'm gonna try to spot hidden because my psychology is probably inverse of our doctor. Hey!
Ooh, with a hard success. We'll get to that in a minute. You're questioning this. It's gonna take you a minute to look through all those faces in the restaurant. Also, people walking by on the street. So we'll carry on with the interrogation, as we're gonna so politely call this. How do you what do you want from me?
So this is what I want. I want you to tell me who was it a specific organization? Who was the people?
I don't know. They showed up and they were wearing like black robes with the hoods, like really big hoods up. They were very like a Hollywood movie, like a Benedictine monk but bad. Like a Sith Lord, like Darth Vader, or like more like the Emperor.
Here we go again with more of the Star Wars.
Like the Emperor, big dark black robe. Couldn't really see their
Okay.
face. It was someone. I don't think it was a different person one of the times because they were like one was really tall, like almost his height, and the other one was like a lot shorter. And then oh gosh, I think it's broken.
People as tall as Teddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they would meet up with me and they would like pay me to do things.
Like what? Like sabotage the film?
Maybe. He looks at Teddy and he goes, yes.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so we figured out who did that.
Yeah.
Now, did they pay you to do anything to the submarine to sabotage it?
No, they didn't have it in at the hotel, so they had me do stuff. They wanted to try to just like stop the filming, and so I damaged the audio cables. I kind of got blamed to Heather, and she's like, I couldn't take the blame for that. But anyways, also I may have poured acid on the film. They gave me like a vial of acid to pour on the film, and I did during that night of the storm when the power went out. And also they wanted me to put notes under everyone's door saying to leave while you still could, and get out and stuff.
Okay.
None of it worked. There's no one on the submarine.
Okay, all right. Why are you hiding?
Well, like, the submarine went missing, and I didn't want, like, anyone to think that I had anything to do with it in case, like, they found out that I did the film stuff and that. I just wanted out. I got money, I'd gotten paid, I wanted to leave, and then I got to the airport, and they wouldn't let me go. They said there was an issue with my passport. They wouldn't let me go, and it wasn't, I don't think there's actually an issue with my passport. It's like, I think they don't the people who hired me, they don't want me to go yet.
Right, they still have use of you. That's fair.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
or they don't want to. I don't know. I've been hiding. I've been trying to hide from all of them, but you know, I still need to eat.
All right.
So
Okay.
I
Anybody
ran
else
out
have
of
any
beans.
questions? I'm just
You
seeing
said they were locals?
I think so. They spoke. I mean, I took like. I grew up in New Mexico, so I know some Spanish. You know, so. Yeah, they seemed like locals. I mean, their Spanish was really fucking good, and it had like the local accent. Oh god.
If you heard their voices, could you recognize them again?
Probably, maybe. They're really spooky, so I kind of tried, but they were paying really well. I tried to like not spend too much time with them.
Irina, it might be worth it to start sampling people talking with us.
So wait. Just let me get this right.
Oh, it's broken. It's so broken.
You're not even bleeding anymore. Calm the fuck down.
Oh no, see, they're still riding. It's right. There is. Oh. It
Anyway,
hurts.
you knew that this would potentially cost this crew a lot of money
I mean,
and potentially hurt their ability to make a livelihood.
millionaire guy was still gonna pay everybody. They didn't want them going down in the sub. Is what they said.
So why'd you put acid on the film if the only
Well, I
thing
thought-
you're worried about is the sub?
Well, I thought maybe if I just sabotaged like the film stuff, they would give up and like just record elsewhere. Go like, there's so much in South America. Why do we have to record here? What are we even doing? We were recording so many random things.
Like what?
I mean, the fuck with those snails, man. I don't know, boiling snails. This shit's weird.
I guess it's the stuff
Okay.
we've seen on.
They're pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they're really...
Like, we
Yeah,
could make a
Honda
full
Denti.
PBS special about just the snails. Why do we have to go up to this lake and this volcano? Like, I'm supposed to review all the footage. I don't even, I'm not even good at
You
reviewing
were
footage.
such a chump. God.
What do they pay you with?
Money?
What kind of money?
American dollars, Venezuelan.
It was like dollars and gold.
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 Yeah. Like gold doesn't lose its value.
Yeah, but gold is not something that people just have on hand.
These
Well,
people
I mean,
did.
Occultists would.
Or are they like?
What
pressed
do you
hard?
know about cults?
And as he says that, Irina, you're looking around to find suspicious people. You got a hard success. Not in the charming, lovely restaurant that is getting dinner theater hour right now. And they're just like gossiping. Like chairs have been scooted closer together. They're watching, and you see people are like asking each other if they speak English, and they're like, "Ah, dang!" Then they're like trying to figure out what's going on because they're trying to lip read, but it's not in Spanish, and everyone that speaks Spanish. And then you look across the street, and some people are like walking down, and then they cross the road, and they walk on the other side of the street to not walk past you guys. And you see, one of those people who was walking down slows down. I mean, a lot of them slow down and kind of look, but some of them speed up to just like, I see nothing, I want nothing to do with this, and I pass. But one of the people who slows down and rounds a corner, but you can see from their shadow that they're still right around the corner. And that's what you figure out, Irina. Someone is standing there listening around on the other side of the street around the corner.
Okay. I wish that Teddy was like less busy, but I think I think Bobby was particularly involved, right? Like Bobby and Teddy were asking a majority of the
They're
questions.
asking a lot of the questions.
I think because I think me, Parker, and the doctor were a little bit like behind and less actively questioning. I think Irina's just kind of like looking at her takeout, kind of probably picking out like a little bit of the food and like eating almost like she's also kind of bystandery. And while she's doing that, she kind of like so don't look directly, but there's someone watching
So
us.
broken.
They're snooping. I'll like to the like left, right, center, like direction, insert direction here.
Yeah. You're able to see the alley, like that corner that she points out. It's not an alley, it's more like intersection, but they haven't moved on past.
We're being watched. Just.
I think we should try to move this someplace a little more private.
I think we should look at their face so we can know who
so
to check in
broken.
on afterwards.
Might have play here. It's a little risky though.
What are you thinking?
I mean, I got the fucking bobble. Maybe I can fast talk him into thinking I'm been turned and I'm kind of an insider in this group. I don't know though. It's kind of risky and it definitely gives away that we know who he is.
Do you think it'll work?
I think a lot of things will work.
already
Usually
know
just
we're
crazy
here
enough to
more.
try anything.
Might as well.
Okay.
What are we to lose?
I'm gonna go off in a different direction and circle back to get him privately. Maybe Phil and Teddy about the guy. So if he takes off, well, if this guy doesn't know anything, that guy probably does.
And worst case scenario, you saw their face.
Hopefully. Fucking. All right. Let's go tell a bunch of bullshit and hope it works. I am going to I'm going to bump Irene. Is this guy like near the restaurant where we were? If we like backtrack or be the other direction?
So if you're on, pretend this lobster's the street. You got the restaurant's here. This little leg's the restaurant, and you are standing out in front of the restaurant. This is the other sidewalk on the other side of the street. He went around and like around this corner. That's this claw, and he's just, and you can see his shadow because the sun's coming from this way, so you can still see it. That's why
he's listening, but he can't
he's
see us.
listening. You can't see him. Yeah, he
Okay,
can't
I'm
see you
going
guys
to-
either. Yeah, he's
I'm
listening.
going to nonchalantly just move over to the other side, so I'm harder to catch. I'm going to make my way to be on the other side.
You're gonna like circled walk basically on his side of the street.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go that way.
Okay. Start going off that way. It's not gonna take you very long, couple minutes. And Brian's still whinging about his broken nose.
I swear, hun, if you don't stop moaning about your fucking nose, I'm gonna have Teddy break it even worse. Just shut up. Just stop.
Oh, no. Oh, come
Just
on
stop.
now.
I just slapped the tissue out of his hand. He's not even bleeding anymore.
Stop!
When you only
Seriously.
have 9 hit points, 2 is a lot.
If you keep
yeah.
making it worse, he's gonna have permanent damage. Now come here, let me see it.
Oh, he's fine.
Let me see it. I'll take a look at his nose. How is it actually?
Give me a first aid check.
Okay. First aid. Is that separate from medicine?
It is separate from medicine.
Okay, I found it. Sorry.
Yep.
There we go.
Hard success. It is a little broken. It's a little. It's definitely a little off. A little bit.
Ooh.
Not
you
a ton
you
of
got a
blood,
little
but
bit of a
it does
tweak,
need to
but-
be put back. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I do that real quick here?
You can. That's what that. Yep. First aid check. He's
Okay,
gonna get 1
I
hit
will-
point back from it.
Okay, I'm gonna reset his nose really quick. And do I have any of the oxy on me, or was that all Parker and he's now left?
Parker has it, and he
Ah,
is
damn.
left.
Okay. So
You
oh,
do have
that-
the antipsychotic. On
I
you,
don't
but
think that's gonna help
It's
us.
not gonna help him. No. Yeah. No.
Oh, Teddy sees you doing this. Is like, oh, this has happened to me 1,000 times. It's fine.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
To you,
Yeah.
not to him. Come here. Oh
Okay.
no, there we go. That's better. Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really
we're
nice.
your friends. Yeah,
Buddy.
we just want to find out what happened to you. What are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah,
Find out
it
what
is
happened to him.
little-
This guy's a fucking dick.
Well, clearly he's being paid off by somebody who was intimidating him. Yes.
It was so intimidating. They were
They
so
were
scary.
intimidating him. They were very scary. You see?
Just kidding. Yeah, they were so scary. They were so intimidating.
Yeah, you had no choice but to cooperate with them.
I didn't
and
have any
everything they were asking
choice.
you-
Yeah.
What else did they ask you to do?
Uh-huh.
Anything apart from sabotaging the
Just
the
trying to
film?
get them to stop filming by sabotaging. Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
they
it?
wanted me. They did ask me to review the film and to like delete
What
any
were they
parts
looking for exactly?
that were like really weird. But I didn't see anything that was really weird.
What did they say was really weird that they were looking for?
They say you'd know it if you saw it, and that you might need a psychiatrist after. I don't know. That's what they said.
Did they say why they didn't want anyone going down in the submarine specifically?
They he's gonna make a check to see if he can remember, because boy was not blessed with intellect.
He is definitely going to fail.
67. It's something about like it being something sacred. I don't know.
Yep.
Secret.
Yeah.
Teddy force him to re-roll under threat of violence. Get a hard success. Try again.
Try again.
Have we heard any rumors from anyone around about like sacred areas nearby? Anything to do with the volcano that was like considered sacred or?
Not particular. You haven't spoken to a ton of locals. A lot of your stuff's been in the hotel. But you did see that pottery shard, which seemed to be people worshipping something on maybe the volcano. It was a big triangle. So either a mountain or a volcano of sorts. Yeah, you do still need to... sorry, I read the Zoom chat. But at this time, Parker, you have looped your way around the block. And you're on the other side. You're like... on this, like, over here now. And the guy's over here. Your party's
I'm on
over
this...
here.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm going to...
Did your loop around to come up on... so he wouldn't see you coming, basically.
Yes. I am going to try and... So this is how I'm trying to set the scene.
Please,
Because
go on.
Everything about a con is about context, lack of time to think, and just kind of trusting your gut.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to approach him. I'm holding the bead in my hand. I'm going to grab a shoulder.
The what hand?
The device. The Bobby May Fiddlebean thing.
Oh, that thing. The signal. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
this is my initial plan. It's also my backup plan.
All right, go for it.
I'm going to grab his shoulder violently and say, I don't have much time. I haven't gotten information in a while. Tell me the updates now before they realize I'm not where I say I am.
Fast talk.
Oh, 5 again. Ugh. This could be really important, though.
Gotta push it. You gotta do it.
You could push it, you could spin the luck, or you could accept the failure.
You know what? I will try to push it.
Okay. Need a hard success.
Parker, you're good at one thing. Be good at it.
It's not a
Oh, it's
hard
not a hard success. God damn it.
That was worth a shot.
One moment, please. Need to look at something. I need something.
I would like to say my backup plan is that if I
Yes.
see that he doesn't believe me or he's like going to attack me,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to activate the thing.
Oh, please go on. I just need to check one little thingamajigger here. I wouldn't worry about it. I need it opposed to check. Yes. That's what I thought. Okay. I've maintained my composure so well tonight. I will have y'all know. This guy is gonna turn towards you. They are startled. I'll double check that, but they should be startled because they are paying very close attention. Yeah, they're startled. So they didn't hear you. Come up, you grab them, they turn around. And you see that they've got, they're wearing a hoodie with the hood pulled up. And very baggy pants. Like, cargos of a side. It's like black cargo pants, which have kind of faded to a gray. They smell a little, you get the waft, because this does not come out of clothing. It smells like someone who works on a fishing boat. It does. It's something smells fishy about this guy.
I see the face.
You do get to see their face. It's got a big scar down the side of one of it. This guy appears to be a little taller than you, not by much, like maybe an inch or two. And someone wants to say hello, so I'm just gonna let her get it out of her system.
Aww.
They don't have a cat. That would be very, very cute. They don't. And you're saying these things, and they're taking a second to process, and they narrow their eyes at you, and they say, in English, "You're not one of us." And they're going to, you're gonna turn on the thing, but they're going to try and, stab you.
Yeah, I thought that might happen.
So, yes, you're gonna turn on the thing. They're gonna make a stab roll. You can, so there's options in combat. You can try to dodge escape to not get stabbed. You could also try to attack back, which would be a fighting brawl in this case, unless you had a gun on you, which you could whip out. But basically, you could like activate something, use an action, or you could try to dodge. I would let you dodge and try and turn the signal on as one thing because you've already
I
got
will
in your
choose
hand.
to try to dodge and turn the signal
Okay.
on then.
Okay, it's a successful dodge, but let's see what degree of success they get, if any, with their attack. Nice. So that is a tie. He has, I believe tie goes, I need to make that combat cheat sheet. I believe tie goes to the defender and the dodge. If it's a tie and you're attacking back, the tie goes to the attacker. So they aren't able to stab you. However, they do, what are you wearing, Parker?
Oh, gosh, comfortable clothing, loose fitting, probably tank with a maybe like an overshirt button up for
It is a little
decency.
chilly because it's like 50 degrees out Fahrenheit right now.
Yeah, probably just like a light jacket then.
Okay, they do get, you don't get stabbed, but the knife goes through your jacket a little bit, like a little it gets snagged on the edge of the knife, but you
It's
don't
not
get
like
hurt.
a ceremonial knife or anything.
No, it looks like a regular, like a
Gotcha.
fisherman's knife.
Okay.
So, and then he's gonna try to take off running. But you do get a good look at this guy's face.
What
And you
about
turn on the signal. Could you, which everyone was also gonna hear, could you make me a power check, please?
That's a backup. If I was hoping I could stun him with the signal if he tried to take off running.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Parker, that is delightful. We can't do anything about a crit fail. Well, you can't do anything about a crit fail. He doesn't
It's fun-
have to make a
It's fun
check.
to try out weird stuff. I do not regret this decision.
Everyone,
The dice hate you today.
I had some good rolls before.
you did have some good rolls. You got them all out of the way earlier tonight. He is going to take off running. Could I have everyone who's literally only like 40 feet away, because you're on the other side of the street and like three shops down, also make me power checks, please, and thank you.
It's my turn to blast everyone.
Oh,
with the signal.
and Dr. Brown, one yours is also going to include another crit fail. That's beautiful.
No.
Dr. Brown, you need to make me a power check and a sanity check because it's your first time hearing this awful noise in person with the radio signal. Hard success. Oh, beautiful power check.
Success. Sanity extreme success.
You
I
are not
cannot
gonna-
be flapped.
You are unflappable.
I'm extremely flappable.
Teddy, you hear that noise. Bobby May, you also hear that noise. Oh, I need to roll for Brian. Poor Brian. He's probably not
I've
gonna
been
do very
flapped.
Fucking Brian.
Brian is not doing great.
Poor
Brian's-
Brian.
He's like, oh, my nose, not my brain. Oh, Irina and Parker. Oh goodness, y'all both crit failed. You're gonna lose a little sanity from this crit failure. 3 points of sanity from each of you for crit failing on this sound. Parker, there's nothing you would love more than to take this down to the coast. It's just 5-minute walk right down there. Irina, you also, you want to go to the signal. Yeah, you want to follow wherever Parker is.
I don't suppose
and you don't want to turn it off.
Right. I don't
Wonderful.
suppose if I could have seen if the signal affected the guy who ran at all.
I will let you know, you did crit fail though.
That's fair.
Give me a spot hidden check.
36.
It didn't look like it affected him, but you can't be positive.
Okay. That was the other reason
Yeah.
I activated it. I wanted to see if maybe the cult members had an immunity or
They
at least, like,
might.
a
They just
tolerance.
might.
Oh, well, there's more important things to go to. The sea!
Yeah. Yep, the sea. And noting your enthrallment a bit, the cultist is gonna pause. He took off running. He's gonna actually pause. He glances over his shoulder, sees you just calmly walking towards the sea, and he's gonna come back and he's gonna rip off that piece of fabric off your jacket and then run.
Huh.
And then book it. What do the rest of y'all do as you are sitting there talking to Brian, and Irina just starts walking towards that noise, which seems to be getting quieter.
I was probably eating my takeout as well while waiting
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah,
Just
it was really good.
Takeout midway, like mid-spoon, just like
Mhm.
walk, 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 walk.
Yeah.
What? Can we hear the signal, right?
Yeah,
hear it,
it's
yeah.
unsettling. Oh,
Okay.
Dr. Brunwyn, you instantly get goosebumps. It's one of those noises. You get a chill down the back of your spine. Your stomach's a little. Ooh, you do not. It's like worse than nails on a chalkboard.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Get up immediately. Go see what the heck is going on with Irina.
Mm-hmm.
Just like stop in front of her, like with the shoulders. Irina, is there like?
She seems
what's happening?
distracted.
Um,
Bobby May, this must be what you looked like.
yeah. I see Bronwyn with Irina. I
Mhm.
know that Parker has my transmitter, so I'm gonna chase Parker down.
Okay.
And
What? Where are
I'm
you going?
Parker's got he's got the transmitter. He's the one transmitting the signal. I need to stop him.
Shit.
I don't know what happened.
Teddy is
I'm
like,
just booking it.
Why?
I don't know what happened. I just book it.
And
Now
And-
Teddy's
and-
following Bobby May.
Fine.
I don't
Parker.
give a shit about this
Brian?
other dude.
Brian is like,
What am I?
well, you know, Brian failed too. He didn't crit fail though, so he's just kind of standing there staring in the same direction as Irina.
Good. That's
And
good enough
holding
for
a
me.
tissue to his nose. It's just like, oh. He's not walking. He's just.
Cool. Yeah, I'm chasing after Parker now. I'm like, I can't believe y'all are walking around with this thing like it's normal.
It would have been so cool if it worked.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna essentially do what Parker did to me, and I'm gonna go and try and get it from him and shut it off.
Don't make me
Okay.
break your arm, Bobby May. I'll do it.
You could try, Parker. You could try.
Contested strength, please.
Um.
I'm just saying, if Bobby May fails, I'm right
Right
behind
behind
her.
you, yep.
Oh no! Failure.
Oh shit!
Parker.
I don't want to lose Irina.
Oh, you both-
I'm scared if I go after the two of them, I'm gonna lose her. She's gonna walk off.
Well, if we turn it off, they'll stop. So, supposedly, with our
Supposedly.
previous knowledge.
You didn't crit fail though.
So if we both fail,
It's gonna go to the defender. It was gonna go to Parker.
Okay.
Parker's gonna hold on to
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Parker, I swear, give me that fucking transmitter.
No, it's mine.
Parker.
You don't understand.
No, I do
To the
understand. Give me that. I do understand, Parker. Quit arguing with
Teddy,
me.
this is what you come around the corner to.
Oh my god.
Parker seems to have ripped his jacket and has got the transmitter and is like pulling Bobby May in the direction of the ocean, which you can see
And
in the
Bobby
distance.
May is not a small woman. She is 6
No,
foot tall.
I know.
He's got a grip on
Big
this thing.
woman. Like she's not a small woman, and he's pulling her along.
I'm just going to grab Parker. If Bobby, I don't know what's going on with this transmitter
Could I just
thing.
see if I can roll a stronger straight check?
Please try.
Oh God!
All right, I got the
You need to
100. It's
beat
time
a
for the
hard
1. It's time
success.
for the 1. I'm gonna
If
drag
you get a
both into
1,
the sea with me.
you can run into the ocean.
Ah!
Nope. Teddy, you just grab Parker. Just whoop.
No,
Just-
Teddy. No.
Grab the thing from him now. Just take it. Just-
Yeah, I will
Yep.
take it and click it off.
I assume I'm back to normal.
It takes a second, Parker.
And it's like
It
it's like
takes
reaching for it.
it takes a moment, and then you blink a few times and you're back to normal. Same thing for you,
Teddy-
Irina. You're trying to like get around Bronwyn. You're just like, and it's like that like awkward game of like trying to get past someone, and then it stops and it takes you a moment.
Excuse.
But then it stops. It's not as instant as it was with Bobby May because she didn't crit fail like both of y'all did.
I'm just
Wow.
holding Parker like this from behind, just to grip around his arms.
Takes about 30 seconds.
Aw.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck, Parker?
Parker,
What the hell just
You
happened?
don't remember anything. You don't remember the. You remember that pull, but it's like Bobby May. She didn't remember walking towards the ocean. You remember, like that guy making a move towards you. You remember seeing his face and him making a move towards you, and then you turned it on. You don't remember anything except now you're like almost a block down, and Teddy's holding you.
What the hell?
I pulled a Bobby May.
What the hell does that
That's a
mean?
verb now?
Apparently. I'm a little offended, but I'm going to let it go for this moment. What the hell happened, Parker? Where did you go?
I took a big risk. Teddy, you can put me down
For
now.
what? What happened?
Teddy drops you.
Oh, a little gently. Oh
You
God.
just said put you down. You didn't say how.
Okay, I deserve that.
Yes,
I mean,
you
I re-
deserved it. You turned the stupid fucking thing on.
Teddy,
It was a-
Teddy.
it was-
Okay. Let's calm down. Parker, please explain what happened.
Sorry, there's like a gap in my memory. I'm just trying
No,
to.
I'm familiar with it. What happened before the gap in your memory?
Okay, Irina told me she saw someone eavesdropping on the conversation. Most likely
Okay.
part of the cult, right?
Right?
I thought I might be able to social trick them into giving us some more information. So I left, I went the long way, and I just tried to pull a quick con on them. They saw through me. My last-ditch effort, because I saw what this thing did to you and a bunch of other people, was to, 1, stun them in place so you guys could, because you guys know what this is, you guys would have come check it out. 2,
Was it stunned us
see if
too?
they were like immune or something. But I can't fucking remember after I pressed the damn button, so I have no idea. I did see their face though. I did see their face.
Well,
What
I'm
happened to
not
my
giving this
jacket?
back to you. I don't know. Teddy, I'm gonna give this to you. Please don't destroy it. But I think you were the only responsible one with this fucking thing. Please take this.
I didn't turn it on for fun.
If you say responsible
Neither
with
did
this
we.
thing
Neither did
and not
we.
destroy it,
Don't
those
destroy
things
it,
don't go
please.
hand in hand.
Don't
So
destroy
maybe
it.
someone else should have this.
Fine, give it back.
Teddy gives it
Giving
back
us back to Bobby May?
Why don't
Yes.
we give it to
because Teddy's
Irina
going to
or
destroy it.
Doc?
It is not in question. Teddy is
will- okay.
like
First
He's
things
gonna
first.
kill us.
Irina
First
and
things
Bronwyn,
first.
you're able to catch up at this
We
point.
we have
Yeah.
caught up to them at this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
yeah, because
And Brian's like,
arguing.
he snapped out of it and is like, I'm gonna go take
Go.
some Tylenol.
get your
I just
ass
don't-
over here. No.
I've lost my appetite. Oh.
I just don't. What?
Why don't we give the bauble to Bronwyn or Irina?
here, give it to me. I'll hold on to it. For now.
Yeah, Doc. You hold on to this thing. Do not turn it on, please.
I have no intention of turning it on. Don't worry about it. I do want to know,
Apparently, Parker and I cannot be trusted with it.
Parker.
I
what-
take offense to that. I turned to Irina. I did see his face. I couldn't trick him, but I did see his face.
Awesome.
And
I don't
he
give a
tried to
damn
stab
if you
me.
Take
So
offense to that.
Not so awesome.
He did say pulling a Bobby May, like just straight up made you into a bird.
Rude as shit.
I'm
What do
sorry.
both of you remember from walking in this direction after the signal got turned on?
I had to follow Parker.
You were following him specifically.
Well, yeah, because he had the signal. I
Right, because he
think.
had the signal on him. What about you,
Yeah.
Parker? What do you remember?
I don't remember anything. I hit the
Nothing?
button and no, is there a feeling I remember? Like
You remember
did I
being
feel...
drawn to the south,
I do remember, and I point in that direction,
specifically southwest, maybe.
being drawn that way.
Okay, so from where we are currently, because we're no longer in the same place we were before, we're
Yes.
somewhere else in town.
Yes.
Are they still going
Yes.
due south, or are they just going in the direction of the sea?
It's southwest. It's the direction of the the entire directional cardinal south is the ocean. You guys are at the tip of South America. Everything from like southwest to southeast is ocean.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out if they're going like compass south, no matter where we are, or if they're just
So
like going in the general
compass
direction of the ocean.
south. That's a good question. Compass south. Nearly compass south.
Okay.
Just like it would have nearly been compass south before. It's like southwest. Oh, not quite southwest, but not quite. It's like right in between, just ever so slightly.
Okay.
Maybe can we find a map and just see what's in that direction?
I just like absentmindedly pull out a map.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I have like my
carry those around.
backpack.
You got a
Yeah.
compass in there? Or...
Hmm?
I guess we don't need one. This thing's got the compass.
I'll
on the
just pull
map.
out my compass as well.
Oh shit! All right.
You don't have a compass? Did you not learn from that time where you were in Lake Titicaca
I got a
and
bunch
you
of other
didn't
stuff.
have your bag?
I got my essentials.
You can just see the disappointment on Tiny's face. And it's just, he can't even say anything after this much. It's just like, I can't take any more today.
Teddy, we got two different skill sets here. Mine worsens if I'm laid down, like I'm gonna go hide out in the woods for 3 weeks.
Speaking of hiding out in the woods for 3 weeks, I've been distractedly thinking. Now that I finally experienced like the almost like the Pied Piper effect.
Uh-huh.
Now that I've finally experienced it, again, more questions for you.
Oh, I'm here. All the
Lindsay.
questions. I'm here
So,
for them.
I have traveled across various places, right?
You have, yes.
Have I heard any stories, any like occulty kind of stories that's similar to this, like a cult that, like that,
Please
like
give
Song
me
of the
an
Sea
occult
kind of
check.
cool. Cool. Guys, don't judge me.
And with a
For-
hard success,
Very nice.
you will get your answer next week on our next episode of
Ah.
Call of Cthulhu Below the Land of Fire. Wonderful session, y'all. Fabulous. We're gonna go around. We're gonna say who we are, where we can find you, and your favorite moments, highlights from tonight's game. We'll go in the same order as we did earlier. So, Parker Lee, how was tonight for you?
It was a lot of fun. A lot of ups and downs. But I had a lot of fun. It's good to play with everyone again. I'm Yutsai. I play Parker. I've bet favorite moments. Honestly, yeah, the kind of the intensity of, well, first just catching everyone up, because it's always fun to, like, we know what's going on as players, but hearing our characters try to explain everything and like disagree and argue while trying to get the information across is always fun. I will admit though, I have a special spot for that last bit of chaos and me rolling so poorly. It was such a risk. I really wish it worked, but now just trying to think, I made the joke at the time pulling a Bobby May, and I'm just trying to think, what is pulling a Bobby May?
Falling asleep during a thunderstorm where you're getting swept across a lake.
Getting a concussion.
Being a
during-
human
yeah.
backpack.
Yeah.
I think it's just trying some wild shit
Just trying
Yeah.
some wild shit.
and hoping it works out.
having no like chaos filter at all.
Honestly, to Parker, Bobby May is like an enigma. She seems
Oh,
very
God.
impressive. Like the mafia, rounding up gangs of school children to be thieves. Had a lot of fun though. Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Someone who's been verbed tonight, Bobby Maydeen. Nuggetosaurus, how was tonight for you?
Tonight was a friggin' blast. I loved it. It was a ton of fun. I'm so glad that we had everybody together tonight. It was phenomenal. Before I get into that though, I'm Nuggetosaurus. You can find me here on Mondays in our Mondays in Exandria campaign. You can find me here on Tuesday, every other Tuesday, playing Gate Mastering, DMing our Stargate Flames of Hope game, which we just last night had our penultimate episode. Not next week, but the week after, we will have our finale with our special guest Trooper SJP as well. That it's a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of fun things there, so come check it out if you like Stargate. Also find me here on Wednesdays playing in this phenomenal game as well. There are a couple things that I really enjoyed. I was cracking up on the inside about the scene clapper, how Tanner and then how we might have killed people if we were doing the scene clapper. I love that. That was hilarious. I really liked the conversation between Teddy and Bobby on the beach, kind of realizing that my dream and your experience might match up a little bit, and just being like, hey, if you see weird shit, I will believe you. You can tell me about the weird shit kind of thing. I really liked Irina going and being like, I'm gonna build shit in the middle of this tiny port town. I'm gonna build something that's gonna be useful. That was phenomenal. I really liked Bronwyn when we were interrogating Brian. She's like, guys, just talk to him. What the hell are you doing? I thought that was great. It's a stark contrast from the four of us and what we're used to have this new person come in and see how they do things. I love that. And then Bobby May is so fucking mad right now. She's been verbed. He was like, you guys got mad at me for doing this when you guys told me to do it. Nobody told you to do this, Parker. And then you're getting mad at me for it. Bobby May is pissed at Parker right now. And I'm very excited to see how that goes. But yeah, tonight was phenomenal. I'll stop talking now, but I'm very excited for next week.
I'm so glad. Someone who I'm assuming is also excited for next week is Irina Zhao. Finally felt the call of the ocean. Snow, how are you tonight?
Yes, I finally felt the call of the ocean. I got blue-balled. Very excited for next session in which we get to find some lore. Okay. Favorite parts of the session. Ooh. See, I think it was probably just watching Teddy and Dr. Bronwyn's faces, as we just kind of gave them info dump after info dump, and them trying to piece our really weird shenanigans together, and then the slow descent into madness a little bit today, because Teddy and Bobby were like, wait a second, and just Dr. Bronwyn just going, why are you guys so fucking mean and weird? and it was nice because also I like the idea in the background, just Irina and Dr. Bronwyn just chilling waiting for the takeout, nice and totally oblivious to the chase the Brian down scene. Brian was amazing. You played a very good broken nose person, Lindy.
Thank you.
And those hustling kids, respect. As for where you will find me on Wednesdays here. Very eagerly awaiting more lore dumps. Thank you. And I finally lost some sanity, so.
Yes, the first of much to come. I'm very excited. Someone who's maybe lost a little bit of sanity themselves. Well, definitely actually at this point. Teddy, Theodore, Gilbert, Prince, how was tonight for you?
Tonight was great, and I probably lost less sanity than everybody else in the group, surprisingly. Yeah, I've been pretty good on sanity checks. I'm Prince, also known as Doubles of Dice around the internet. I'm playing Teddy Gilbert. You can find me here, obviously, and then on Saturdays over on D&D Jordan Lee's channel playing Apastrano. D&D 5e campaign based in Homebrew World, where I'm playing a much different character than Teddy. He's a captain of a ship, and he's lost in the woods, and he discovered a bunch of weirdos who are just like him, and it's been a fun time. And then let's see, favorite parts of the game. Gloria and Esteban. That was pretty fun. That was pretty good. I really enjoyed Parker's failed plan. Because it was the exact kind of thing that I expected to happen based on how dice rolls were going tonight, and then it did. And so I was like, oh shit, what happens next? I'm so excited. Well played running with your bad rolls, by the way, Yusai. I appreciate that. That's very good. I loved Teddy and Bobby May's conversation. That came out of nowhere, but it was really good to have that conversation, because like there's a weirdly like good feeling that comes with being caught in someone's dream where you're Indiana Jones, right? Like it's not that bad. But then you're also like, I'm a tomb robber. Maybe that's not so good. Maybe people shit just stay where it is. Yeah, the conversation with the doctor, like the doctor that's sitting there trying to help this guy, and Teddy's like shaking him and kicking the shit out of him. That's very fun. Great dynamic there where they're totally different. They're opposites in like every way. That's going to be a fun thing to play out. And Irina, I'm going to build shit. I'm going to say some goblin shit in the middle of conversations sometimes. Like, it's just, like, I'm going to pull out random shit out of my bag. Like, it is perfect behavior for some people who are losing their shit slowly but surely. And you encapsulate that very well, Snow. So thank you.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Dr. Bronwyn Hughes, animation, the newest and most sane member of the party.
Still somehow have held on to every single iota of sanity, but we'll see how long that lasts. I have gotten a very good streak. I have set myself up for failure, however. There is, Chekhov's gun has been cocked and it's going to go off eventually. But for now, I still cannot be flapped, and I'm going to keep rolling with that for as long as I possibly can. But I am Hannah, Animation Arts on Twitter, Animation on Blue Sky, Animation Studios, everywhere else. You can find me on Saturday at 1 p.m. over on Wandering DM's channel for Scion Birth of the New Gods. And then you can find me and Yutsai over on Wandering DM on Monday, 8 p.m. for, what's it called? Oh my God. One Frightful Night.
Yes. One
Frightful Night. And then back again here on Wednesday for more Call of Cthulhu. Very, very excited. And other than that, let's see, what could I not say about tonight's session? It was so much fun. All of the chaos, like all of the things that could have possibly gone wrong, that went wrong, and then we just had to roll with them, were freaking hilarious. The kids were adorable. Lindy, you're always so good at playing kids. Like, your kids are so cute. But, like, I was busting a gut when Teddy was chasing down that guy and he caught him, and then he was just, like, shaking the shit out of him like a rag doll. You already caught him. You already broke his nose. Like, how much more can you heap on this poor man? But it was so great. And then when Parker was trying his smooth guy routine, and it completely backfired, and then everything just descended into chaos all at once. Everybody, like, all at once, everything went wrong. And poor Irina was caught up in the undertow, and she's finally part of the Cthulhu problem, and now we got 3 people and turning Bobby May into a verb was freaking hilarious. That was fantastic. And I loved that Irina just had, like, everything available in her bag. She's just like, it's like a bag of holding. You need this? I got it. You need this? I got that too. Like, and there was so many good moments tonight. I can't decide on just one. It's all so good. And I can't wait to see what the lore dump is next week that we get for Irina's most recent role. I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about that too. Thank you very much, Hannah, and all my other wonderful, delightful, still staying for the moment players. My favorite moments of tonight's game was the Zoom chat that y'all can't see, and it was great. We had very many wonderful comments that I had to keep my cool for as much as possible because I'm the GM and I can't. Well, I do sometimes just laugh my head off, but I try to keep it to a minimum. I was very good with my composure tonight, and I loved the crit failures that happened. Even though the dice got called racist, I feel like it was very thematic for Parker and Irina, who have heard the signal the next most amount of times after Bobby May, to have the Bobby May effect, as we are now verbing it, to get Bobby made. You could almost make it Bobby M-A-D-E, like Bobby Made. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go all sorts of places with that pun. I enjoyed that. I really also just enjoy the sheer amount of times y'all have been like, so we know this device is really bad things to our sanity, but what if we just turned it on again? This is like the third or fourth episode
hot
in a
potato
row.
where
It's
poor
the
Teddy's
worst.
like, why don't you just destroy it? And we're like, well,
It's-
what if we turn it on again instead? How about
like
that? Like,
the worst game of AOE hot potato. It's like the entire, if you can hear it, yeah, it makes the checks. So there's some people who are not doing great, probably inside some of these buildings, walking down the street. It's fine. I love it so much. Like, this is a bad idea. Let's do it again. It just brings me joy. This is how you know you have a good group of players. It's because they've approached it from a different angle every time, which makes it seem reasonable. It's not insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results if you're trying out different hypotheses. So I'm here for it. I also really loved Dr. Bronwyn with our poor Brian, who seems to just be kind of a dunce who got pulled by the allure of money and maybe wasn't great at his job to begin with, and just being like, let me look at your nose. And he's like, yeah, it hurts a lot. She's like, it hurts a lot, doesn't it? He's like, yeah, it does. Like, just like the being the person he can be like, you're gonna have sympathy for me, right? And just being like, I'm just gonna, oh, there you go, now it's fixed. Okay, there you go. Back to everyone else now. It was great. I loved it. Also just being like, I'm sorry, what now? Just hearing the shenanigans that the group has already gone through to a certain extent. Teddy having poor nightmares, that I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry about. Just poor Teddy. I think everyone's gonna have some hard time sleeping maybe here soon. Just foreshadowing a little bit there. Maybe y'all have made some people mad. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. And of course, Bobby May just trying to be a good reporter and getting blamed for things and being very mad about being blamed for those things. And just, every conversation y'all have over lunch is great and a delight, and I'm here for it. So y'all are just fabulous. I like all of y'all. Y'all are great. Irina wanting to experiment with little things here and there, just like asking the best of questions at the best of times. So we're gonna go. But you can find us here below the Land of Fire next week. It'll be great. Not the week after that, because that's the day before Thanksgiving, and I've got things to do. So, but we will be here next week. It'll be very fun and exciting. You can also you will find us. I'm gonna put this into the ether so that it happens. You will find us here on Monday for the new batch. Our D&D 5e campaign. You'll find me a Nugget there. Yep, right there. Boop, boop, boop. It is Monday's an Exandria game. We are playing Call of the Netherdeep, and we have an absolute menagerie of characters who are get things done, but in like the least efficient and most self-imposed obstacle-filled ways possible. But we get it done, damn it. We're heroes. Yes, it's an acronym. Yeah, tune in for that. And of course, week after next, Stargate Flames of Hope. And till then, have fun and play games. We'll see you next time.